There we go. There we go.
Can we get some?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Role Players. We are so excited to see you tonight. Thank you for bearing with us while we fix that.
Yes, to Friday.
Yeah, you know what? Let me just raise your tankards, raise your flasks, have a drink with us. Hang out and play the world's greatest role-playing game ever invented, Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your Dungeon Master, Judd. These are the Role Players. Say hello, my role players.
Hey!
Hi, guys.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We are so needing of this night tonight. So much so. What a week.
Oh, Mr. Knight, I like you.
So we are doing a couple special things. I'll just announce really quickly. We didn't talk about doing announcements tonight, but we are doing a very special little charity thing tonight. So for every new follower we get tonight, donations being made to Extra Life. And if we hit 800 followers tonight, you're going to unlock a special giveaway. So when people come in, oh, look at that. Exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you so much.
Boom.
There's a donation right there for Extra Life. So yeah, it's for the kids. If you don't know Extra Life, they help out charities that help kids who need help. And, you know, we're going into the holidays, and this is a good time to remember, let's help those not as fortunate as ourselves. So you're going to see more of that.
Give them hope so the future generations know there's hope.
Yes.
There's reasons for hope.
Yes.
And in
Here.
fact, we're actually in the holidays. I believe tonight is the second night of Hanukkah.
Oh, that's right. So happy Hanukkah. Yes.
To those celebrating.
Yes. That's right.
Indeed.
Hanukkah started early this year.
Feeling the spirit. Feeling festive.
So, somebody want to tell about our sponsors? I didn't assign it, so whoever didn't do it last time, jump in while I make this note here.
Dump that over.
Not it. Yeah, jump.
I'll jump in.
Yeah, Chad, you haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, I'll jump in. If you guys don't know about our amazing sponsors, you gotta check them out. Chiefly, I would say check out Skull Splitter. Skull Splitter dice. They have great dice. They have metal dice. Go check them out and get your hands on a set.
R&B
And then
dice.
also you can check out Thrill Studios.
Oh, nicely
Other
done.
amazing, a little vibrato at the end. You guys check them out. They have minis that you can purchase on their site, and they're not just the minis that you would find anywhere. They are minis that were unique to Kickstarters as exclusive rewards that you really couldn't get anywhere else. Thanks for that. Follow Minotaur. That sounds like that sounds like an
Sounds like
archmage.
Denethor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hanging out with
Denethor.
Melkor.
Exactly. But welcome. Yeah, and Menethil, the 29th of his name. Definitely check out those sponsors. It helps us out. And
We do
Good
have
news
discount
is-
codes for both of them.
that's what I was, you know what?
I
You
can
took
read your
the
mind.
words literally right out of my mouth. We have
Very
discount
nice,
codes.
delight.
Look in the information down below, and you can copy those discount codes or those coupon codes
Coupon.
to save you some money
Oh,
at these prestigious retailers. So
Yeah.
those are our
A lot of
sponsors.
prestige.
Check them out if you haven't. They are truly real good.
They are. They're
And
amazing.
they do make
Real
amazing
good.
stocking stuffers. I mean,
Hell
they
yeah.
better than candy canes.
yeah.
That's saying something.
Yeah,
That's true.
Not
I mean,
gonna
come on.
melt, Not gonna melt. Not gonna get less than delicious in a stocking.
Nope.
I
No
mean, all the
diabetes
more- no diabetes.
caused by dice or minis. It's a safe present.
Not that I know of.
None of the bees.
They're sugar-free dice.
Yeah.
Sugar-free
Exactly.
and vegan. Yeah, they are vegan.
Your free Haribo dice. Okay.
Gluten-free, dairy-free, paleo.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, all those things. It
Very
works.
fibrous. A lot of fiber.
A lot of
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
That's true.
Not good
Just
for the
fiber.
keto
All right,
diet.
I'm gonna shut down this joke, and we're gonna
Yes.
move it aside. All right.
Oh, I had like 10 minutes more on
I know you did.
diet dice jokes.
I mean, it's kind of unlimited. I know.
They're so indicing. Okay.
Wow.
And be like, hey, it really requires a lot before you get a pound of dice.
Oh.
So it will not affect your diet. It takes a lot of dice to form a pound. Okay, I'm
True. Yeah.
Wow, here it goes. Okay. Yes, well that is it for our announcements. We are doing some other giveaways tonight. Ashley's gonna we're throwing out some Terp merch out there, some role player merch. So she'll give you information about that.
Terp.
And I think that is it. So let's just jump in. Let's roll our beautiful intro and then let's get into
getting ready to play some.
I wanna
It's Friday night.
Yeah, that's my one per long rest. Motherfucking D&D. There we go.
One per long rest.
That's
dude.
it.
You blew your daily right as you started,
it was
bro.
it was worth it. It was the moment took me, and it was time to do it. All right.
Oh my goodness.
All right, guys. We'll be right back for tonight's episode of the Role Players.
Oh yes.
Damn.
Diddle diddle.
Let me tell you a story about a time that me and my friends found a new world. It started on a ship, brought together by a storm. We traveled through the rift to a new world beyond. We were thrown into shackles, we were hunted down by thieves, but we'll never let it stop us from sailing up Nacrally, for we are thee.
Dancing up the land.
Yes, that is what happens
Bring
behind the
criticals
scenes.
back.
As we're rolling the intro.
Like a hacky
Are we
sack.
back?
Oh yes, we're back. We're back.
Hi.
Surprise. That's right. I want to keep you all on your toes tonight.
Sorry, putting on eye drops and shit.
Yeah, I dropped. Dancing up the land.
That's how she cries on cue.
Oh wow.
Yes, I'm not cool.
Oh my gosh.
Regret.
You know, I have to say,
For my tears stick, one moment.
Little tear stick.
I hope, yeah, exactly.
done.
I hope you all make it to where I hope you make it tonight, because there's some epic terrain right here sitting next to me that you got to earn tonight. We'll see what happens. But
Hope we survive. Wow.
well, I just hope we'll see if we get there.
We're going to the bar.
TPK
Turn
Yeah,
around.
exactly.
Counter, and
We
he's
have
like,
epic bar terrain.
You know what? Let's not do this. Let's go to the other site. Let's just get out of here.
Let's get out of
Yeah,
here.
I changed my mind again. I'm like a cat.
Go anywhere.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, actually, I do want to go back to that treehouse.
Pet
I'll
me,
be
get
like,
out of
I'm
here.
sorry,
Pet me,
it's
get out of here.
blocked. You can't go. Okay. All right, everyone. So let's recap last week and remember what happened in Anacrally. Well, as a reminder to all of you, you're deep in the swamps, down south, deep in the swamps of Anacrally. And you rescued a dwarf who works for the kingdom by the name of Ebel Grask. And through quite a daring attempt, and then you took on his captors and managed to slaughter them, and they fled into the swamplands. You've learned that indeed the necromancers have been here. They seem to have some sort of presence, or they've corrupted what's down here. Creatures such as sweet innocent butterflies were attacking you in the boats. These Miri, who are not normally congregating together, were bounded around this troll and captured Ebel and his crew. So you know that something's afoot. You decided to head downriver as you're going to this site that you had your kind of mission based on, to go down to this location that they supposedly have corrupted. You were approaching Hag's Hollow, and you could tell that Hortzak was saying, we're not going to stop near this place because he doesn't like it. Gives him the heebie-jeebies. You've all decided to have a conversation. Should we even, it's clear they know we're coming. Should we even go to this location, or should we back it up and maybe go back to research this weapon that we got a map to. Maybe that can help us. And after a long debate, you decided we're going to go back and we're going to try to get that weapon before we go to this site, much to the chagrin of Seville. But as you kind of turned around and started heading back, you decided you found a good place to camp for the night. Dagmara, you weren't able to get anything out of Ebel. He was being very tight-lipped. Something about a mission was on for the king. Well, you decided to cast Charm Person, and he rolled a nat 1, and you just milked him for all the information he had about his mission.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was, he just spilled everything, and then you all went to sleep. Tabitha, you had first watch, and seeing some odd behavior with Snack, you decided to follow her out into the swamp where you had an encounter with some sort of entity that granted you druidic power. And you're returning to camp. The rest of the night went well. Ebel kind of overcame that spell, slept a little bit, woke up, and was pissed that he had been charmed and forced to betray his mission.
Sorry, not sorry.
And he left in the middle of the night unarmed and just walked off into the swamp. The next morning, you packed up your stuff and you decided to head back to that other site. Once again, passing Pelkey, taking the smallest river, you found the site where the supposed weapon is. And after searching around, you found like a kind of muddy entrance that had been hidden over. And you dug your way through and crawled down this gross, winding tunnel, and then fell and slipped and slid all the way deeper, deeper, deeper under the swamp to come out into this large cavern. And as you one by one filtered down into this room, these braziers lit up. And you saw there were these tall, kind of humanoid cat statues holding these braziers with this beautiful, massive golden, like 20-foot tall golden door between them. And that's where we left off. So tonight we find you, as you all stand up, brushing yourselves off and kind of shaking your head, you start looking around. And I will cue some music and you tell me what you would like to do.
Well, everyone's okay, right?
Let's proceed.
Are we?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, you
Are we
are.
okay?
I mean, yeah, you have some like scrapes and bruises but you're
neck.
fine. Yeah.
Oh, see, that was fun.
All right, the last thing I'm going to say about this is, don't you find it kind of odd that Otto kind of had this god problem, then Tabby gets, offered an idea about a dagger, and then we get led into this lady who says she has a god weapon and pay me money and all of this stuff. Does this not seem a bit contrived? That's all I'm going to say. Let's look out. Let's start searching this place out.
Contrived? What do you mean? You think we're going into a trap, Seville?
I don't know.
Well, if we
Stranger Things.
kept on our path, we certainly would be going into a trap, given that the necromancers last saw us going that direction. My hope is that this will throw them off. And who knows what we'll find here that's useful? A sword, or perhaps even something more or less.
Well, I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Well, lucky for you, I almost always am.
And Seville,
Aye.
not to bring something that I'm still a little embarrassed about, but that is the reason I killed her, so that nobody would know that we had, the tip.
Oh, embarrassed. Oh, I wouldn't have chosen that, but I guess I could be embarrassed if I murdered someone too, but no, that's all right.
Oh, as if you've never killed anybody, really?
I've killed someone, but I haven't murdered them. There's a difference.
And
And
for the record, it was completely out of character for you to kill her, but it was also very badass. So,
Thank you, Tabitha. I appreciate
I've
that.
seen it, but kind of don't.
Is it
Well, I, for one,
lit?
I'm really, really interested. I'm very curious about Tabby's powers. Tabby,
Wait, where the hell are we?
the star of the show
powers?
currently, do you? Well,
I'm gonna start looking around, Judd.
All
I
right, roll a
told
perception
you there's
check.
a radius about you.
Wait, what? Sorry.
There.
Say it again?
Oh, I was saying that last night there was a radiance about you, and Seville just mentioned powers, and
23.
I'm curious, how are you feeling today?
Well, I'm feeling great. I mean, we got a full night of sleep, which was fantastic. And, I had an odd experience. I abandoned the group. Luckily, nothing happened to you guys. And, we'll see. I mean, she said that I would get powers, but I haven't really tried. I don't really know. You guys have spell powers. What do I do? Like, one of these things, and, like, I go into imitating Otto.
You don't know how to cast spells, so don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll do more like Dagmara's version. I'm going to do like her version.
Yes,
like,
that I can teach you.
And Tabitha, as you do that, you actually you see that as you move your hands through the air, you see like a few of these flowers form off the end of your fingertips, just like sprouting off your fingertips, and just gently drift to the ground.
Guys, did you see that?
I did.
You just pick one up.
Yeah, it's there.
No kidding.
Perhaps
Look, this is real. You made this. Look at this.
Let me see that. And I run to her and I look up her
Bracelet in her hand.
sleeves. I'm checking her sleeves to see if something's hidden. What are you up
Nothing
to?
there.
Tabby?
it's a
And I
trick.
do it again. I'm like,
It's a trick.
Yeah, and this time it's like you just all these little flowers appear and kind of drift down to the ground again.
useful flower powers. I can't wait to use these in battle.
It's what we've been missing all along.
Yeah, this is really going to help me.
Seville, as you watch this all happening behind you, you turn and instead are looking around this cave, and everybody's kind of still standing at the entrance of this tube that you all shot out of, and it's probably about 30 feet to the wall of where the door and the braziers are, and it looks, everything on the other side of the cave looks ancient. I mean, you know, the stone just has that look like it's been here for eons. There's massive dust. You could tell the door is gold, but it's impacted with a layer of filth over it that's just accumulated through just millennia.
I'm going to immediately cast Detect Portal.
Aloha Mora.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Hold on that, Araset. With that roll, Seville, you take a step forward to kind of get a better look, and you notice something in the ground, and you stop, and it looks like a thin, just like a line of silver. It's just super thin. You wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't been really inspecting the ground. And you look, and it runs from left to right, kind of blocking from where you landed to where the other side is, and even goes up, and you see it kind of disappear up as it goes up towards the roof of this cave.
So it's all right. So it's an engraving, sort of.
It's like a vein of silver in the stone, perfectly matching like every little like ridge of the stone here.
Can I investigate it to see if it's some sort of like trap or like maybe like an elevator kind of, we have to hit something to kind of make it move into...
Yeah,
All right,
go ahead.
so while they're doing that, I alert them to that because they're not paying attention, but I'll tell them, hey, look at this silver line here. Some kind of maybe a tripwire or something here.
Okay, let me take a look to see if it's anything I would recognize.
Yeah.
I got an 11 on an investigation check.
11. Okay, so you don't sense any traps. You kind of follow it left and right, and again, it's about halfway from where you came out to these braziers in the door. And you get down on the ground and you look, and it's so thin. It's like maybe an eighth of an inch or like just a couple millimeters. But you get down really close, you can see that there's some kind of like runic symbols just minutely, the whole thing. These symbols go all the way down, just carved into the silver. Tiny, tiny little symbols.
Any language we can make out?
Yeah, do we?
I'll assume you all kind of, you know.
Yeah, I gather them around. I'm like,
Yeah.
take a look.
I lean down and look, and I look back at Tabby kind of with a wink, and I say, you know what I think could help? Some flower petals.
No problem.
I'm just kidding. And I, Judd, will.
I make
Does
some
it
anyway.
does it look like a language I understand?
Yeah,
the
so
runes?
all of you look, and it is not a language that any of you speak.
Yes.
Yet.
But I will
Yet.
cast comprehend languages.
I would love that in my life.
I
Right?
Yeah, huh?
will cast comprehend languages using the first level spell slot. You understand any written language that you see.
Yeah. So you cast it, Otto, and as you concentrate on that spell and you're looking, again, you're all hunched down on the ground because again, it's tiny. So you're all there hunched over looking at this line. As far as I know, nobody's crossed it. So you're all kind of on the side that you arrived looking at it. And it's almost like this wave goes over your eyes, Otto, and suddenly you can see the letters transform in your mind. Somehow the knowledge magically comes to you that you know what this says. And you kind of mid-sentence, you kind of back up and you realize it's a repeating sentence. Basically, the syntax doesn't make much sense, but you get the gist that this is written in some sort of a magic ward that protects against the best way you could describe it is kind of if there's any evil creature that wouldn't be able to cross this barrier.
Oh,
What are you making out there, Otto? What's it say?
This is a magical booby trap. It's meant to block progress forward. Perhaps not for all, though. Very interesting.
When you say not for all, are you
mean?
talking? What do you mean by not for all?
Well, you know, I really try not to think about morality in such specific terms, but I get the sense that the author of these runes did and wanted to bar those deemed, let's say, unworthy from passing.
What does unworthy constitute?
Yeah.
And I look down at
Well,
my
I don't know, but
scales.
if I had to choose one of us to go through, still, I would choose you. You're the hero, after all, aren't you?
Lead the way.
But seriously, it could still be dangerous, and I might want to try one quick thing before that. And I'm going to take out the badge of the Crown's Guard badge, which has been known to dispel some magical effects in the past. And I pretty much every time he presents it, he flicks it up into the air and grabs it. Let's just try one thing first. And I try to concentrate the energy of the within this on the runes to see if I can dispel anything.
Okay. So you all watch as Otto does that. There's no visible indication whether or not it worked because, again, you couldn't really see anything, but nothing has changed, Otto, as you've done that.
Nothing has changed.
Nothing that you can see.
I'm not sure if that did anything. Is there any way, like, where the runes, did they look glowing or etched with energy?
No, actually, interestingly, no. Like you would think runes of power would have some sort of kind of visible effect. These just look like it's carved into the metal.
All right. Well,
now one last thing. Sorry, Seville.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do I deduce that the syntax, if it were to be disrupted, say like a line crossed through one of the symbols, or somehow the sentence no longer says what it needs to say, do I think I could disable it by messing up one of the letters or symbols?
Roll an Arcana check for me.
But of course. Okay, let's see.
Let's
15
roll.
plus 4.
Oh, nice.
No. 19.
So you certainly know that you've encountered in your past, and even with this party, that there are certain magic runes that if you disrupt even a portion of the visible rune, that you could break the spell.
Right.
So it's possible. You don't know. You also haven't seen runes that of this nature that would say something like this that wouldn't seem like they have any active magic
These
coming
don't
from
look-
it.
These don't look like the ones we've disrupted that way.
No,
right?
usually the ones that you've disrupted had some sort of glowing kind of effect.
I'll think of I'll kind of close my eyes and think of just the ashes of the tree de Chatarelle that I have consumed, and I will reach out with my mind trying to touch her, and I'll step forth and cross the seal.
You all watch as Seville rights himself, and yes, thinking back to that moment, I didn't put that in the recap, but Seville swallowed the ashes of our little baby golden tree that Erisette killed. And
Inadvertently by murdering
You
someone.
killed 2 individuals with 1 stab.
And you close your eyes, Seville, and you take a step, and you always watch as he just steps normally, and it looks like everything's fine. Seville, to your perspective, you feel like you're stepping through a barrier that resists for a moment and then passes over you, and as your eyes come out of this barrier, what you had just seen before you transforms. It is a gorgeous, beautiful, pristine image now. The ground is not rough rock. It is this polished stone, this gray stone. These cats are beautifully carved of different colored stones, and the gold is gleaming and bright, and you see in there, there's an image of looks like a big sword tipped down on the door, where the seam of the door goes right down the middle of this blade. And there are other larger runes that look like what you saw in the silver that are on this door. And even the ceiling you can see looks like it is polished, and this whole chamber doesn't look like a rough cave. It looks like a constructed facade.
Guys, all we have to do is get Seville to vomit up some of the baby tree ash, and then we all eat a little bit of it, and I think we'll be okay. No.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, or
Sign me
you
up.
can just feed it to us like a bird, Seville.
Do
Maybe
we
Tabby
see?
can make it grow faster.
Do we see him, Judd, as if he just proceeded normally? And
Yeah,
nothing
it looks like
weird?
he just took a few steps and he's just standing there.
So I was
Does
just
he
gonna
tell us
call out to
anything?
him.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, everything good so far, so good, Seville.
Seville, you
do I
don't hear
still-
that.
Yeah, that's.
You look back.
Hello.
You look back, and it is a wall of polished silver. And
Don't worry, I'll help. Caw-caw, caw-caw.
And when he doesn't caw back, then we know something's really wrong.
yeah, as you all do that, he doesn't.
A little pebble from the ground. and
That
I
is
throw
one
it.
thing we all agree
Next to
on,
him.
is the caca.
You see the pebble looks like it passes through and bounces on the floor. Seville, that you see, is just standing there. He's moving a little bit, so he doesn't look frozen, but he's not turning back. He's not saying anything.
Just
Something
Looks like he's in a different
strange has
dimension.
happened here.
wow, you think?
Well, I'm
different dimension.
wondering if I should go back up above and make sure nobody comes down, or maybe I can clear a path.
Okay, sounds great. Goodbye.
Hortzak is kind of slowly backing away.
Oh, I've forgotten about what happens when you adventure.
Yeah, keep
Someone's
an eye
not so brave.
on our boats, and we'll report.
I'm kidding. I'm coming with you. I'm just giving you a hard time.
So
Seville, Otto, what
Oh.
exactly did it say? What was the exact
It was
message that you
it
read?
was sort of gibberish. It doesn't really make sense, but these sort of sequences are used to create protective walls. Think of them as invisible walls that could only allow you to pass without intrusion if you meet a certain set of conditions and criteria. So
Okay.
embedded
And the
in
criteria
sentence-
you said is just goodness?
Well, Again,
Or
it's...
worthiness. You use the word worthy, and so honestly, I feel like I'm just as worthy of this sword, and also I'm good in a way.
All right,
So-
well then go on then.
All right, come on, Snack. Together we go.
All right.
We're gonna step forward.
All right, you grab
Tabby.
Snack's collar, and you two step in. Same thing, like you're stepping in through a sheet of some kind of resistance, but it breaks and allows you through. And you see Seville there, kind of touching like the wall, then backing up as you come through. And you quickly look, and you're astounded by the beauty of this place now. And you look back, and you see the silver wall behind you. The rest of you
I
just
have like
see.
heart eyes because it's all looking very rich and fancy. I'm like,
Yeah.
Where you
Do
belong.
we see Seville and Tabby see each other?
No, they just like they come in and like they're standing there next to each other,
And they don't
Wow.
interact
just like
at all?
just like Seville, just kind of like
They're standing still but not frozen.
right, exactly.
So,
They're moving
I
enough.
see-
Like you can
So I
see Snack's
Tabitha
head.
comes in, right?
Yeah. No,
Do I see him?
Yeah, you guys see each other now. You're on that side of the barrier, so you two can talk.
So they do see each
Seville?
other.
Yeah.
Oh, but you can't tell
What are you
that.
thinking of
But
this?
if they talk to each other, we don't see that.
You don't
that's
see any interaction.
Wow.
This is bizarre.
Well, hopefully they'll just all pass through easily, and we can figure out what's happening here and what kind of trap we're in. Yeah.
Who's
I
evil?
suppose, and I might owe you an apology. This is
For what?
tremendous.
Oh yeah. Well, it's okay. You weren't really there to get the information from the lady, but I think if you would have sensed some credibility.
Wow. This is quite impressive. Wow. Where are the others?
On
Oh,
the
they're
other
just over
side,
there.
I'm just looking at them and I'm like, hello. Nothing? No? All
not
right,
even
well,
talking
that
to each
settles
other.
that. Cross
What if
over
this
the
is some kind
barrier.
What if this is some kind of trap or dimension that you get stuck in and you can never come back out?
What if this is some sort of trap? It's clearly a trap. You
Do we need
cross
to
over
rescue
and
them?
you're rendered into a zombie-like state.
So,
Hey, Ariset, I've got an idea.
Yes.
I remember you, was it you? I can't remember if you were the one who did this, but I've seen it somewhere. You sort of have your rope and a lasso. Was that you?
Don't know. What did I do with it?
Well, I'm just saying, maybe we could yank them out of this area.
Well, for sure, my rope is elven rope. I'm sure it's considered worthy. So let's try that. And I take my rope and I kind of just throw it across and see what happens.
Yeah, so you see it through the air, passes through the barrier. Looks like it passes like right between. You're not sure, did it actually go through them? You're not sure. Lands on the ground, doesn't catch anybody, and you pull it back and it returns to you.
are they
Did we just see
Wait,
that?
can
You
I
did-
see? Did I
you
see
did
the
not.
rope?
You did not see the rope.
Okay.
are they within an arm's reach beyond?
Yeah, they're
that
like
thing?
just a step inside of the.
Well, so I'm just gonna step and just kind of reach to try to like grab onto Tabby, like touch her, see what happens.
Dagmara, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh,
Oh.
5.
Ew.
Well, hold on. 5 plus
Oh yeah, I don't even have you pulled up here. Sorry.
2, 7.
Lucky number 7. Yay!
You put
If
your
you
arm
fail
through,
by more than
and you're instantly in. Like you first of all, your whole body freezes, and then you're in excruciating pain as you feel like your flesh is burning on you.
Can I even scream? Can I even
No,
do
you're
anything?
just locked in. And this all, from their perspective, well, I'll tell you that in a moment, but your flesh, like it's being pulled off of your bone. First your arm, and then you
Oh, that's
feel like
disgusting.
spreading back this pain, but you hear a voice in your head. And it's quick, and you can't tell if it's malevolent, but there's some urgency as it's like, maybe, and the pain releases, and your arm is still stuck through there.
Oh,
Seville, Tabitha, you see her arm come through, and it is just now arm sticking out of this silver wall behind you.
It's a phantom arm. Quick, sever it.
No, it's obviously Dagmara's arm.
Move it. Do it.
Cut it off.
Do stuff.
Cut it
Yeah,
off.
you can. You're released now,
I grab.
Yeah.
But it's still okay.
but you're still halfway
Meaning I
through.
can move it,
And
but
on
it's
our
halfway
side,
through.
we see just her frozen with an
For
arm,
a second,
right?
she just kind of like, kind of glitched, sort of.
Okay.
It was just a
you
quick
alright?
pause.
I'm gonna go up and grab her arm, and I'm gonna
Pull her
like
through.
try to leverage my little squatty legs and like push against the
And
silver wall to yank her
I'm gonna
through.
grab her arm on the other side and kind of pull her
Perfect.
toward us.
Oh god.
All right,
Medieval
all right,
torture.
both of you. Seriously, both of you roll
Don't worry, I'll save you.
athletics checks. Tabitha and Otto.
Gabriella, I'll save
Can I roll a
you.
flexibility check?
I'll save you. I got a crit.
Okay. I rolled a 1, but
Okay.
I'm sitting at a
Halfway
22.
luck.
A 20.
Let's see if you crit.
Oh my gosh.
That would be so great.
That would.
D&D Beyond,
I'm like this. Yeah. Your new favorite dice.
my new favorite dice roller, dude.
Yeah, right?
Strength?
I always think
Athletics.
It's an 8.
Oh.
I
Okay,
always
well
think it's
then
an
I got
8
a
'cause
2 because I have a -2 in athletics.
Yeah, so you start to pull her through, and she feels like she's coming, and then all of a sudden, her arm gets yanked out of your grasp. Otto, you just pull her back, and Dagmara just basically, he pulls you with such force that you just slam into him, and the two of you tumble down into the ground.
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. What happened?
Are you okay?
You
I just
froze.
get up. I'm like,
Are you okay?
sorry.
Yeah, I offer her a hand to help her up because I'm such a gentleman.
Maybe they can't make it through, Tabitha.
I give you the other one. I wasn't frozen. Thank you.
Well, obviously her
Wow, that's
arm made it
strong.
through.
You're strangely strong, Otto. Wow. I
Stronger
don't
than I
know
do.
what. Just yes. Did
So-
you see what? Did you see what happened? What did it
Well,
look
it
like?
just
to
looked
you?
like you froze there with your arm extended, and I thought you were maybe going all zombified, so I yanked you back through.
Well, thank you, because there's something very odd that happened. I felt excruciating pain for a moment, and then I could move my hand, and someone touched my hand on the other side, but then you pulled me back.
What did the hand feel like? Did it feel
It was
friendly?
soft and small.
Oh,
Yes.
Soft
I
and
think-
small.
Small as I think you would know whose it was.
That sounds like someone potentially that I know. It didn't feel like goblin-y and slimy, right? Like it was like.
Well,
you know.
who knows? My hand was frozen, but I think it was. I'm pretty positive it was Tabby. So we know they're right, but I don't
All
know
right.
if I can pass through.
Here's
this.
what I
don't know
say.
if I-
trying to hold your hand, and it must be okay in there. Then maybe we should let you get back in.
Well,
Oh,
I've got an
I don't know if I
idea.
want to try again.
Instead of
Yes.
all, what I propose is if we are going to try and go through, we link arms and we all leap through at the same instant.
Okay, but let me
That's
check
what I
if
like.
this is a portal of some sort. Can I cast detect portal, Judd?
Yeah, you already did. Sorry. So you close your eyes. You reach out with those feelings once again, and this is very odd. You sense something, but it's not normal. It's not a portal that you've ever felt before. You could tell there's something kind of extra dimensional or something here, but you've never seen or felt this type of energy. But that's it. There's nothing else in that mile radius from here.
Anything else?
Beyond this is beyond my training. It's
wanna-
definitely a dimensional transport, but it's not a portal I've ever felt.
Let me ask this real quick, Judd. Does
Yeah.
this, our perceived path that goes beyond where Seville and Tabby are kind of quasi-frozen, does it appear to continue on to more path?
No, so it's splitting the room in half, and on the far side of this room are the the tall statues holding the braziers and this door, and everything looks old. And now the braziers did ignite even in the vision that you can see.
So they're halfway through like the door or closer to the door?
They're closer to the door, yeah. The door is still shut.
but there's this wall of runes preventing us from getting to the door. Does the wall of runes prevent us from accessing the statues as well?
Yeah. So the room is like, 40 feet deep, and this bisects it directly in half. So if you make it over, you're about 20 feet away from those statues and the door.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yes.
Listen, I think we should try and go in. It doesn't seem. It seems unknown, but not evil. And I think, if anything, it could end up being good.
All right. Well, shall we then? I hold out my hands to them.
Yes.
On the other side, I have sat down and I'm eating a snack.
How about you?
Not that snack.
Go.
As you might want to hang on tight, because something tells me I'm not going to be getting through here easily.
You could say that again.
Well, Otto, for all I know, and if you and I are cut from the same cloth, it hurt, my friend. It hurt a lot.
Ah, yes. Well, what is pain but my daily ritual?
You should write that down.
You think I should?
Whereas-
Okay. Sorry, hold on. Before we go through then, and I painstakingly take out my journal and write down that.
Reminds me of what my ballet teacher used to say, which was, "It's only pain."
That's right.
It's only pain, really. Yes.
That's right. Pain is a message,
Well,
and you can ignore the message.
Fine, if we're
I'm
going
just gonna
through,
jump
then-
through it. I'm just gonna.
That's what I was
All right, Erisette can't wait any
worried
longer.
about whether
Just-
I'm good anymore or not, and I'm just like,
You,
and I just
Erisette, you
jump.
leap and you burst through this sheet of whatever it is. You feel that resistance too, like something catches you in the air, but you pass through and you land, and you can see Seville standing there worried, and Tabitha sitting down eating a snack next to Snack.
See? I was fine that I killed that lady.
Validation.
Okay. All right. What do we do now? Otto doesn't think he can make it through, which means he's probably evil, which means we have bigger problems.
So on the other side, I suppose.
What's happening over there? You guys can't get through? They can't get through?
Well, no, but Otto thinks he won't get through. You know how if you've
he's
done something
worried.
you're really not proud of and you feel kind of dirty inside,
Yeah.
Yeah, but then of course it
and
just
then you
goes
don't
away
think you're
because you
gonna
have your
get through?
gold.
Well, why
What?
don't you go back out and tell them not to worry about it and make
Well, we
peace with
can't
it and
get-
jump back
we-
in?
You can't.
We
putting
can't
you
go
on the
back
same
through. It's
level
a
as
metal
Otto,
wall.
are you? I mean, really,
And
I do
Erisette,
think
now that you're in here too, you see there is that barrier is a silver wall that doesn't bend,
You
it doesn't
can't,
flex.
It's not, you can't go back through. Okay.
Oh no, it's like a solid metal wall.
you can't go back out?
No.
This is just a new way of the door closing behind us. Damn you!
Okay. So I start looking around everywhere to see if there's an off switch or some kind of.
All right, you roll an
thing.
investigation check. Dagmara,
Otto
Otto,
is
what are you
still
doing?
outside.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Hotsack, after you.
All right, how about we all go in together?
And he puts his arms around you, both. And he's like,
boy.
On 3? 1?
No.
"No, let's do it." 2, and on 2 he goes, "Rah!" and he pushes you all forward, and all 3 of you hit this barrier. And Gabriella,
Just like
you
smushed against.
you feel that resistance, but it breaks very quickly, and you pass through no problem. Hortzak is right next to you, and Otto, you bracing, you weren't ready, you weren't even sure you were gonna do this, and
I'm
you
like,
you feel it hit, you feel that resistance, and you try to pull away, but his large crocodile arm is wrapped around you,
As I
and
go through, I'm just like, damn you!
and the rest of you watch from inside as Otto comes through, and the barrier seems like it clings to him a little bit longer, like he's pushing out of this metal wall.
His face is
And you
like-
can see, yeah, it's like the creepy things in the wall, and but then it snaps, and Otto, you stumble forward, and
I immediately check and make sure my mustache is intact.
Your
and I'm
mustache
like,
is
"Ugh."
gone. No, I'm kidding. You're gone. You're good.
Like, oh my god.
Called
Your
my
mustache
God,
is
just-
evil, dude.
Let me
blown
just
out.
reduce my charisma score now.
That's what it was the whole time.
That's gonna take half to your charisma score. Sorry, buddy. All right.
I am sitting cross-legged and I'm like licking my fingers. There's no COVID in.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
There are
Like,
many
oh, good,
other
you're all
bacteria.
through.
All right. So we got this door.
I
Otto,
can't
do these
stop laughing and giggling. Like I'm just so relieved. I'm like kind of hysterically, just like.
And I'm looking at her like,
We'll just
why
wait
are
her
you
out.
so excited, Arisette?
I just, I wanted to be worthy, and I wasn't sure I would be anymore.
Well, you know, I wouldn't rely on old runic inscriptions for approval.
yeah. Trust me, I said I'm just as relieved as you are.
And Otto.
So what is this place?
Yeah, so as you all take a look around, Otto, you can now see, how long does the comprehend languages? It's like an hour, isn't it?
Let me double check. I think it is for a bit. I think it's maybe, let's see. Comprehend languages 1 hour, yes.
Oh, yes. So you step through and you see more of this language on this door. And again, everything is beautiful and pristine, and you're all blown away by what you see. And Hortzak has even taken a few steps closer, and he looks back with this huge crocodile grin, and he's like, "Adventuring, so good." And you can read the words on this door, and it's just a name, and it just says Valka.
Valka.
Valka, and you see it was like beautifully inscribed on this door, and then it's just this sword that sticks straight down.
That's the sword, Tabby. This is the
Sword
sword.
imagery.
This is the sword. We found it. We
Now,
found it.
before
And I
we
just
get
go around and
too
I'm like,
happy,
I told you.
I know,
told
and
you.
guys,
Told
this
you.
is all really great, but before we get so like happy and dancy, I just can't help but notice there's no apparent way out of here.
Ah, fiddle faddle. We'll figure a way.
There's
And I,
always
like, look
another door.
behind me.
You know, I would have
like-
been way more believing of this earlier, but as the way that things have been going as of late, I do agree with Otto.
Ooh,
I think we need to find-
Seville.
Hey,
Do you have your thing that your skull thing that you can kind of like locate stuff?
Skull splitter.
Splitter.
I mean, I can't locate stuff with it.
I mean, you can move your body from
I
different
can,
places,
yeah.
Yeah, well, those are two different
but
things.
it's with you.
It's with me. Yeah, Arisette has it in her back.
Not her fault. Never mind. I'm sorry I interrupted you, Dagmara. Go ahead.
Tabby,
Oh,
check out
that was it.
the sword and
It's
check
all
it for
right.
booby traps. See if it has any booby traps.
It's not a sword, Arisette. It is an engraving on this door. It is.
Someone touched the door.
This
Valka?
is a 20-foot tall door looks like solid gold, and
Is
there are no handles, but you can see that there is a seam right down the middle.
Oh, perhaps it's a push door.
Our old nemesis, a door.
Duh.
I'll go up and touch the door.
Kick it.
Seville walks up and places his hand on it, and instantly the door and just starts opening up, and this air
That
kind of
easy.
exhales out of it, and you see a hallway beyond, but there's something. It's just like the hallway's kind of shimmering, like there's another field or something there, and this hallway just looks like it goes on and on into
It's gonna be
darkness.
like Excalibur, you guys. Like there's gonna be like one chosen person who gets the sword. I feel like.
Ooh, that's cool.
Sword in the
That's what I'm
Hold on.
calling.
No, that could be only one.
Okay.
I'm going to.
That'll be cool.
I'm gonna use my primeval awareness, Judd. I'm using primeval awareness to sense if there's anything,
Celestial
anything,
fiends,
good or
all
bad,
that. Okay.
celestial fiend, whatever, within a mile of us. I'm gonna see with a sense.
I
Yes.
love it.
So, just like when you detected portals, there's you don't detect any fiends or anything of that nature. There is something that has a slight celestial flavor to it, but it's not, it's not celestial, but there's some kind of power, and it seems amorphous. You can't tell like which direction it's coming from, but you feel there's something here. Again, it's a little unnerving. You haven't felt energy like this before.
What at all, what it could be. It's not even any of my own goddesses. It's not even, I don't know, it's nothing familiar,
goddess.
but it's nothing bad.
Well, then let's move forward. I'll move out forward, but investigating, making sure there's nothing on the breach.
I'll keep an eye on our flank.
And
I'm like looking over my shoulder.
And Seville and Dagmar, really quickly, roll a history check for me.
And I was gonna say, as I hear the word goddess, I
16.
close my eyes and focus in, and I talk to Shatterell in my mind. Just show yourself if you're here. You know?
And it's not really the word goddess that kind of, there's something when Otto says Valka out loud.
I rolled a natural 20, so that's 22.
Oh, yes, honey.
Seville, you've no idea. Dagmara, you hear that.
The one thing I learned in my history classes.
Yes, is this. You do remember at the temple, you had some training in the other gods, and there is a kind of like Chaturel that's not worshipped very frequently anymore, but there is a goddess of war named Valka, who was worshipped by the elves in Anacroli and the surrounding lands. And that's really all they kind of told you about. I mean, she's, I guess with that role, you would remember that she was extremely driven in her opinions and very, very much the chaotic good that elves tend to be, which is eradicate the evil at almost any cost. And that's really all they taught you about her.
Valka, you said Valka. I remember now. In the last year, we studied about this goddess. She's a goddess of war, very righteous, however, very strong and opinionated and powerful. And I kind of look at her sad as I talk about it.
Music's a little loud for me.
Just like the elves.
Copy.
And she was set to eradicate all evil, no matter the cost. And this must be her shrine.
Perfect. This is what we've come for. This is what I've come for. Now, Judge, I did do an investigation check back when you told me to and got a 19, which is really a 22. I don't know what I can investigate though. I already got this door open.
Yeah, I think you were looking for maybe other ways out or anything else. I'll say, so for 22, did you say? Sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll jump back in time before he opened the door. And interestingly, like, you don't find any other exits. You inspect that wall looking for runic symbols. You don't find any. This really feels like you passed into a chamber that there is no exit this way.
I think there's no way out but through.
But you do notice that, like, there's not a speck of dust in this chamber now. I mean, not a one. There's no dirt. It is pristine and clear. There's also no heat coming off the braziers, even though it's like an 8-10 foot flame leaping up in front of these cat statues.
I touch my necklace and I just see, is anything happening with it? Or is there anything connected?
No, I mean, nothing happens.
Okay, well listen, I'm very curious by nature and I am going deep down this hallway. Who's with me?
Lead the way.
I think there's no other way to go, so yes.
Let's go.
One by
let's go.
one. All right, so
And
one by one.
I'm like jumping for joy because this is, to me, I feel like I'm finally coming close to what I came for. Real power to eradicate evil on this filthy, filthy plane.
Well, also, this, I can't help but feel Remember, this is the land of the departing, where the gods have allegedly turned their backs on its people. They no longer have connection in this land, but here, this appears to be some sort of shrine to a time when that god was present, perhaps.
Yes.
Well,
Abby,
not
we
so
did
much they
great.
turn their
And
back.
I high five her, and I'm like, "Come here, girlfriend!" And I high five her again, and I'm like, "Knew I should have killed that girl." And I'm like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here,
What
here
is
for
going
murder.
on?
I don't know what's going on.
Are you on drugs? All right.
You
And is it
take 1
Molly?
point of karma.
All right, I'm staying a
damage.
little back from Erisette. She's a little too joyous in this, so I'm giving
High on
some,
power here.
some space as she runs on.
So you're goddess of war?
All right, so are you all
I
stepping
check
into
her
the?
body for drugs. No.
Are you all stepping into the doorway?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and Hortzak is coming up behind you. He's got his giant axe out and is just taking up the rear to make sure that you're all protected. And one by one, you step into this hallway, and you feel instantly this warm breeze, and it's there's even this smell of flowers. It's really fresh, and you all kind of close your eyes for a second because it hits your eyes, and when you open your eyes, you're not in that hallway anymore. You're now standing in what feels like a monument. There are 100-foot pillars surrounding this space with a roof overhead, and outside beyond the pillars, what looks like space. You see stars glowing, and right at the bottom you can see the glow of blue light. Like, you all wouldn't know, but it looks like kind of like the top of an atmosphere glow that goes down, and then in the middle of this space, this massive, you feel like an ant in this room, is this sculpture of a woman that, and this thing is 80, maybe 100 feet tall, in this pose of battle with this great shield and this massive sword, and her hair is blowing back. And very
And I
kind
just kind of like reach over to Erisette and I'm like, are we on drugs?
Better than the nine
I
hells,
don't know,
are we?
Tabby. Those plans you've been creating, very strong.
I'm on. Oh, everyone just cut out.
I know,
Weird.
there's set, we can't hear you.
"No, I'm just."
Oh, we can.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm just quiet. I was just like,
We're all.
Are
like,
we all on drugs?
Oh my god, what's happening? What is happening?
I thought those were regular brownies. Oh.
Oh no, I took the wrong ones. Meanwhile, White Claw.
Oh, darn you, Hortzak.
Yeah, I knew he was weird.
Interestingly, as you say that, you look back and around, and Hortzak is not with you.
Oh,
That
lovely.
little
Hortzak?
huge
Hortzak, where'd you go?
Lovely.
Hortzak.
Who
Judge-
cares?
Can I see if I'm seeing any type of illusory magic or being?
Yeah. Roll an investigation check or
what we're
perception. You can do perception, actually. Actually, your choice, because whatever was better.
So, let me get this straight. We are at the base of this
None of
statue.
it was better.
You're kind of at the
just at the
edge.
top.
You're like maybe 50 feet away, having just essentially materialized in this space.
Wow.
Looking at this massive statue and the twinkling stars, this warm, scented breeze flowing over you, surrounding between the columns. You see these plants with these beautiful flowers that look like kind of like lilies, but are this deep red, and this kind of soft, fragrant smell kind of wafting over all of you. It's really kind of unnerving, but awe-inspiring.
Do I see a moon at all, Judd?
No, you do not see a moon. You only see stars and this blue glow that seems like it's below where this place is. This very much feels like a temple.
Okay, I go up to the base of this statue and I kneel and I say, "Thank you. Thank you What can we do? Show us something. What can we do? Thank you.
Erised, as you say that, you feel yourself lightening, and the rest of you watch as she starts to float and raise up.
Not
And
float.
as you start elevating up,
Those were drugs.
the statue's head
We're on
turns,
drugs.
and the eyes
Drugs.
blaze with this glowing blue light, and you fly up in front of her face, and all of you hear this booming voice echo, and it doesn't seem like it's even coming from the statue. It seems like reality itself is vibrating this voice for you.
Like
And-
within us.
Not really within you. It's
No,
it's
like
it's
you know
with.
when something shakes you
Oh
so
yeah, like
hard
the
that-
resonance. Yeah, you feel like your
The
heart is getting. Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
And you feel that blazing stare into you, Erised, and it says, "Thank me. You will take the trial." And you suddenly feel yourself falling through the air. And at the last second, you stop and then are set down.
Did I hear her
You-
say the trial?
You all heard it. And the eyes go back to not glowing anymore.
The trial.
The trial of what?
We're not alone in here.
I just like exhale
Got a
because I'm
bad
like,
feeling
here we
about
go
this.
again, and I just like crack my knuckles, and I'm like, okay. Trial, ready.
What did I say wrong? She
So
sounds
ready.
angry.
Trial.
She's the goddess of war.
Yes, we'll have to.
True,
We'll
but
have to
you
do
know,
something
most people respond to flattery.
I've got a
No,
bad
not
feeling.
heavy. God.
Ninja tactic. Trial.
Trial. I have a bad feeling the trial might be one another.
Tabby, what if you covered us? Tabby, what if you covered us in your beautiful plants and just camouflaged us? I'll stay still.
Wait,
I'll stay like
Seville,
this.
you
Cover
think
me.
that she means we are to fight one another?
I don't see anything else
like
in
a
there. And if she's
trial-like
going to
combat.
give away this sword, and she's the goddess of war, is there some sort of strength check or something that she's going to award it to?
What is this
didn't
strength check
say.
you're
Okay.
putting up?
I tried something else. I take the crystal that I've been harboring. You know
It's
the
kind
big
of-
purple one? The
Oh,
one
yeah.
that the
Warrior.
announcers wanted?
What?
Try again.
Just take out a random crystal?
Wait,
where's
what
this
did you
coming
take out?
It was by her boobs, guys. Come
I
on.
had it in the sack that makes things disappear into another dimension so no one can find it. Remember that we
I know exactly what it is. Do I know what it is? Do I see her take?
Wait, you
Yeah.
had the
All
bag of
along. I've been-
holding in your bra all this time?
Yeah, but see,
Erised, what are you doing?
in the sack it disappears into another dimension so that the necromancers wouldn't know that we had it.
Ay, yeah.
We've had it. And so I bring it out. It's like a large, basically a nice large purple crystal.
This just feels like you're guessing.
No, I think it
You got to be careful with that.
purple.
What are you doing with it?
You're guessing.
I'm trying again.
At least she's guessing. You're over here just naysaying.
And
I have an idea.
well,
Okay, we'll share your idea and then we'll see how we proceed.
just a second. And
Okay.
I take it again and I put it down and I say, forgive me. An offering. We are humbly here to do your bidding. Here to be guided by you in your wisdom. We know nothing, but our hearts intend. We think.
Speak for
yours.
yourself. Some of us know things.
Don't listen to him. Listen to me.
No, I'd like to say something as well.
You know, okay.
We are
turn.
to. If we
Take
are
a
to.
turn. Anyway,
If, I'm sorry. Go
Anyway,
ahead. Go ahead.
to clarify what you mean by trial, and is it absolutely necessary?
Could I say something
And
now?
I leave the stone down and I wait to see what happens. Seville, yes, sure.
My name is Otto.
I mean, Otto.
Are you sure you're not on drugs? Okay.
Something happened when you crossed
No
over.
longer, actually.
I just
I'm not sure anymore.
say, if I
Imagine if the
could,
bodies were switched
Someone's
around.
been-
I would like to say to the god of war,
Yeah.
the goddess of war, we are not here to beg for your approval, but rather to demonstrate to you that we've already earned it. You see, you're talking to a band that just recently fought in a war.
A war noble of bard's song. A war where vile necromancers were defeated after we freed the mines and rallied together the support of a certain town. And I look over at Dagmara. We have fought and made the difference in a war that freed a hidden city. You see, we have already demonstrated to you that we are worthy soldiers. We have proven battle-tested. So perhaps, in your wisdom, you would see that we are...
Otto, you get cut off as you shoot up into the air. The rest of you watch as he just juts like 10 feet in the air.
And
then,
I'm just like so casual because I've like had to be like abused by gods already. Like, yes.
and it looks like you just got like shot put the length of this temple as Otto goes flying, just streaking towards the far end of this temple. And then he gets put down. You just see him kind of stand up and look back at you now hundreds of feet away on the other side of this temple, and he looks like he's okay. Otto, in your...
I'm all right.
I'm all right.
Goddess Valka, goddess of war, we have lost so many already. Personal and massive sacrifices. We're not here to fight you. We're here to fight the same battle that you are. We're here to eradicate all evil. Please.
And you just hear one
spare
word.
us.
You see the eyes light up again. Trial.
Okay, well, could you
And Otto,
Not very open-minded.
Otto, as you're standing there, Otto, you see that you've been deposited at the top of steps of this staircase that goes down into clouds, and you see now better that top layer of this brilliant blue stretching out, looks like to infinity. And this staircase goes down maybe a couple hundred feet and then vanishes inside of a cloud.
I'm getting
Oh,
like
what's
a very
going on?
like trial by combat with like the moon door energy from Game of Thrones, everyone.
I was thinking.
I didn't
I was
think about
kind
that.
of leaning more toward like Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Okay.
But I am going to say, I mean, am I able to access my party, or are we on different like islands of land? I
No,
wanna
you're
make sure I
all in
get
this
an idea of
giant temple. You're just on the other side.
Come take a
just
look
say-
at this.
Okay, and I say, okay, have it your way, and I go and scoop back up my crystal and put it in my pouch and stuff it back down my shirt, and I start running up the stairs towards Otto.
Or
There was
it's,
no chance on that crystal.
downstairs.
Come
it's
now.
just
But
flat.
Stairs.
I can
flat
tell
until
you.
Stairs towards
I can
Seville.
tell you that it appears this goddess is not very. I don't think she's very receptive to what we have to say. If we want to escape, this trial may be our only way, whatever it is.
It's almost
I
as
just-
if diplomacy is not her forte.
I
Well,
look
if
up
you're a
at
goddess
Valka.
of war, that's probably to be expected.
And I'm already
Yeah.
kind of thinking about what's about to happen, like realistically, and I lean into Tabby and I'm like, Tabby, it seems like a lot of heights might be involved in this trial. Do you think, I know you just got them, but do you think your powers might allow you to use your plants as spider webs or some sort of ladders or ropes that we could... I just don't trust it.
I don't know. I've only tried to make a flower, but we could try something.
Try.
Well, I don't want to
Well,
try now. What if I can't do it for a prolonged amount of time?
I think her point is, and
That's
it's a good point, we should all be prepared for whatever this trial is as we cross this threshold.
I look up
No,
at
which is
Valka the
sort of-
statue. and say,
Yep.
Valka, goddess, I accept your trial.
Oh, Seville.
Yeah,
Yes.
And I
as-
say-
as
good.
do
Nothing
we all.
happens. Nothing happens.
I
are we
kneel in
ready
front
then?
of her and I say, hello. I'm here. I don't necessarily know much about goddesses, but I would like clarity on the trial.
You're
such
not
as-
going to get it. Didn't you hear us asking earlier? You saw
Ignore
that.
them. Help
He's
me.
like 200 feet away.
Understand.
You just think she's going to suddenly tell you.
It's worth a shot, Otto.
Okay, let's
Help.
see.
Me.
Let's see if she tells you the rules.
And cat snack. Please.
You're probably going to get
I
thrown up
turned-
to her face.
I turned to Otto and I'm like, how are you always so sassy?
Tabitha, you don't hear any response, but you get
I
this
some of that.
kind of overwhelming desire to go towards the rest of your party that has moved to the stairs. And that's the only message you get, which is just move forward.
Okay, well, since I want to be speedy, I'm just gonna hop on Snack and just jut over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah, you just climb on, and Snack's like, and reaches the rest of you very quickly and kind of slides as she sees these, looks like perpetual steps going down, disappearing into the clouds below. What are you all doing?
Well,
I'm already up there with Otto, right?
Let's go down those stairs, guys.
Yeah.
Down there with Otto.
I say as we go
Yeah.
down the
Yeah.
stairs in response to
Stairs.
Dagmara's question. I don't know. It's sort of like asking why I'm always so handsome. Some things are just the way that they are. And I walk through the down the stairs.
Okay.
Honestly.
All right. So we watch as you all slowly descend carefully down these steps, and again, it disappears in cloud, and you tread very carefully as this cloud envelops you. It doesn't make you, doesn't like transfer moisture, or doesn't feel cold. It just obfuscates your vision for a moment, and then as if being blown away, that you find yourselves on a ledge, and about 6 feet in front of you there is a drop, and you can't see from this angle, but you can tell it's probably pretty deep. And then there is a platform and maybe another space where there's nothing. The walls
Tabby.
are completely smooth, and on the left-hand side there is a mosaic. You can see these small tiles that show, at first you think it's just two people in battle, but when you look closely you can see that there are cities that are depicted down below. So these must be gods in size. I mean, they are 100 times larger than the cities at their feet. And there is a woman fighting, and there is something that looks kind of like a Balrog. There's like a demon-y type thing with curled horns, and it's black, and it's got this sword, and they are kind of frozen in battle. But as you look, you see that the little tiles begin to move and shift, and slowly it animates, and you watch as this battle unfolds, as the goddess parries this blow from this demon and slices the head off of this creature, and as it falls back, it disintegrates, all the little tiles moving out and changing from red to other colors as it disintegrates. And she takes her sword and sticks it down into the ground and freezes that way, except the head looks over at you. And right when she makes contact with you, behind you there's a wall. It's almost like you're in this kind of tube that's going across, and there are spaces in between these platforms, and the wall behind you starts slowly pushing you towards the expanse.
Tabby,
What would you like to do?
I'm getting a
You don't
running,
want to
I'm
try
getting a
your
running
plans?
start and jumping onto
All right.
the
is there
platform.
any way
Roll an
you can
athletics
have your
check for me.
plans?
As you watch, Seville just takes off,
Yeah.
jumps. Seville, you can tell as you're in the air, it's about 6 feet across, and as your eyes look down, you see below what looks like maybe like 40 feet down, you see these gray bodies going over each other, and they're reaching up,
Oh, gross. How high?
climbing over each other, and their mouths
World War Z
distended,
happening.
and they don't look corporeal. There's something ethereal about them, and you can see they're monsters and demon type. Just in that quick thing, what'd you get?
How?
29.
Whoa.
Ooh.
You actually do a flip in the air and then land, or maybe 3-point hero landing.
Yeah.
And you all
I land with the Heisman Trophy pose.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. How high is the wall? Is it all the way up to the ceiling? Like it's blocking all the space we have?
Yeah.
No, the wall's behind us, right?
Oh yeah.
But
Oh,
I'm
behind
saying,
you.
does
Yeah.
the wall go all the way up to
Yeah,
the ceiling and to the
it's
sides?
like it looks like there's almost no gap. It's just like the wall is just pushing you slowly.
Yeah,
So, Judd, really quick.
Run.
I know my whip is at my side. I pivot, turn, give space for the next one to land, but I'm there to grab them if they slip.
Okay, great. Who's next?
Run and lead.
I did, and I rolled a 14.
A 14. All right. So you, Erisette, you make it, your foot touches, but you start to slip. Seville, yeah, just do a dex check for me, Seville. See if you can do it in time before she starts to slip.
Oh, shit. Straight dex check, that's a 5.
No, okay.
That's a natural 1 plus 4.
Oh my God.
Wait, are we doing, wait, dex or athletics or something? Just straight dex?
It's just dex. It's like, it's your reflex.
Oh, shit.
It's because she was in the.
Been such a good moment for a kiss for you.
Erisette, you feel your foot, like it makes the ledge, but then slips, and Seville starts to reach for you, but you start dropping. Okay.
It's my hands wet. I'm sure of it. That's why. Okay.
Can you
Okay.
roll a athletics check for me to see if you have the strength to grab the edge before plummeting?
Yes. Okay. I rolled. It's strength, you said?
Athletics.
Athletics. Okay. I got an 18.
Okay, yeah. So Seville, you just miss her, but boom! Oh, you catch yourself with your arms on the side, and you start to pull, and then Seville, you reach down, and the two of you get you up.
And I just
We
grab
need
them
to
like,
work on that one.
yeah, exactly.
Otto.
Do the
Let's catch the other ones.
spirits like grab?
No, they're pretty far down. They're like,
Okay.
like 40 feet down. You just you can't hear them, but as you jump over, Erisette, you saw it too, and when you started to fall, you saw them like eagerly pushing each other down, trying to climb the walls, reaching for you. Otto, what did you get?
It's what roll again?
You can use athletics. I think if you want
Acrobatics,
to,
perhaps?
you could use acrobatics if you're gonna do something.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something acrobatic, of course.
It's a 6 foot.
course.
It's a 6 foot jump though. But I'll let you use it. It's fine. But just tell me what you're doing.
I'm gonna, yes, as I run, and I just say so long as I leap off of the edge. I got a 9 plus 6, 15.
Okay, 15. Yeah, you kind of do a little bit better than Erisette did. You landed right on the edge, and you kind of windmill for a second, and you lean forward, and Seville grabs you. You made it no problem. The Tabitha.
I'm on the back of Snack, so I'm just saying like clear the way, and then I'm assuming it's just like an effortless.
Yeah. Yeah. Roll. Snack. Hold on. Snack has got.
I know. I was just pulling it up to try to see.
Just roll a d20 and just tell me what you got.
10.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Snack would at least have definitely a proficiency and a lot of strength. So I'm gonna say you make it no problem. Probably would have a +6 to that.
Speed 50, climb 40 is what it says.
Yeah.
Wow.
We don't have full stats for Snacky, but yeah, I'm gonna say you make it no problem. She just leaps right over, even with you on her back. It's no problem.
We land
Dagmara,
elegantly and both give like a hair flick.
11.
Dagmar, you have lost half of your space on this platform. You're starting to lose the ground to do a good run. What are you doing?
Well, I'm pushing back against the wall as my feet are like scraping against the stone, and I'm like, as I look back like down to the zombies because I'm not liking that sight, and I just want to like literally use the last of my like possible muscle power in my legs to just kind of almost do like a standing, just still jump. Like I take 1 or 2 steps and try to like, but I only rolled a 7.
No.
So
Okay.
it's literally like a very
Seville.
Broad jump.
Seville, you all watch as she was just running out of space. Basically, as she started to jump, it was starting to push her foot. It threw off her timing, and she leaps in the air, and you can tell the panic on her face. She's not going to make it, and she reaches out for you and the rest of you, and she's starting to plummet. Seville, you're her hope. Throw.
Why is he her hope?
Because he stood there with the whip ready to catch somebody, or ready to, right? You said that?
Ooh.
Yeah, I have a whip, so my whip is ready for it.
All right,
so-
roll for an attack, and we'll see.
Like an attack roll? Okay.
Just roll for an attack, and we'll use that to see if it wraps around her.
Okay.
Wraps around her finger.
13.
And I'm seeing those things underneath me and just petrified.
Yeah, I'm gonna say because she's, yeah, no, I think that's fine. She's not gonna resist it. She sees it come out. She's gonna grab for it as well. You feel it start to go around you. It's not that tight, but you manage to grab it with your hands, and you swing, and bam, you slam into the wall. The rest of you quickly reach over and help pull her up.
Yeah.
Grab a hand on her wrist so she doesn't fall. And
We got you. We got
Dagmara,
you.
as you're looking down at
you.
the swirl of those bodies and the fear comes over you, will you roll a Constitution check for me?
Yes. Oh shoot! 19 plus 2, that's 21.
Okay. Yeah, you shake your head. You see her kind of shake her head, and she comes up, and she's okay.
I just go and like hug Seville really tightly. I'm like, thank you. And I'm like shaking, literally like trembling.
Okay, we made it past the opening bit.
Yeah, so I'll ease her. I can feel her trembling body, and I'll just kind of move her off of the ledge and into the middle of us.
Now there's another
See?
space, and you can see that barrier is now kind of over the open space, and it's coming towards you. There's one more jump you have to make.
One more jump.
Is it the exact same thing as before?
Right.
Is that something?
If anybody wants to look, roll a perception check, and let me
Okay.
know.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah, someone.
I would like to look.
20,
at
natural
what's
20.
Shout it out.
Ooh,
Shout the
Natural 20.
distance.
20 for what?
13.
Natural 20 for perception.
I know. What's your total?
Amazing.
Oh, okay. Wow. Hard ass. 3.
It's not an auto success. It's a skill
23.
check.
That's good,
23.
right?
23 is
Okay.
very good. Yeah.
Total 17.
Judge
Okay.
just can't wait till somebody rolls a critical.
And
Judge
doesn't
can't wait till
get
somebody
it.
rolls a critical and he's like, failure.
Sorry.
Get it.
Yep. Look, there are some things that have DCs that high, but this one is not one of them. Erisette, it was very high though. You did get it. It does look like it's another 6-foot expanse, but as you go up to the edge to look down, and very quickly as this thing is starting to gain on all of you, you see there's some sort of about 6 feet down. There is a handle, just that juts out of the wall there.
Okay.
And otherwise, it looks like this is the last jump. You could either just jump over it, but there's something.
What do I see past the jump?
It's another kind of shimmering hallway, and the handle looks like metal, like it's fastened well into the rock, and it has just a bit of kind of worn polish on it. You know, like it's been rubbed a few times.
Okay.
What do you see in Erisette?
Okay, if you
Let's
miss
go,
your
let's
grip,
go.
there's a handle. Okay, some of you can try to jump. There's others, if you miss it, there's a handle. Grab the handle. There may be 2 ways.
I'll make some space for you guys.
Okay.
Snack and I are going across because I
All
feel
right,
like
roll
Snack
another-
takes up a lot
And
of
I
space.
go
Roll
right
an
after. I'm
d20
like,
at 6.
and just like go right after Tabby.
20.
Yeah.
Boom.
No problem.
Hey!
Just
Yeah.
yeah, just kind of slides.
Now I wonder, Judd,
Yeah.
if I were to say, imbue myself with spellcraft with an expeditious retreat, it says this spell allows you to move at an incredible pace.
Yeah.
You can use a bonus action to dash and whatnot. Do I get the sense that this would help me make the jump?
Absolutely. You're gonna totally like force run and just do that, like it
Yes.
barely hop, you know, and you're gonna be right over it.
That's what I would like to do. I would like to go
Yeah.
into an
Yeah.
expeditious retreat. It lasts up to 10 minutes. So
Okay. Good to know.
if there's any
You'll be
more
like Super
jumping and
Mario.
traversing that
Oh, yeah,
we're
there you
doing,
go.
Okay.
I'll
All right. So.
I like literally shot myself right after Tabitha. I was just like, nope, this time just
No.
going
Okay. Good. Good.
down.
What'd you get?
My die fell off the table and it landed on 19. So that's
Oh.
19 plus.
No, it has to be on the
20.
table.
On the oh, it fell off the table,
Seriously?
huh?
Fine.
No.
Give her the 19.
I'm kidding. You can have it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because that was the next one's a 4. So
On set, we would do it differently, but no, you can do it.
as long as I can survive.
All right. Yeah. You make it. No
will be
problem.
forever cursed.
Fine. You know what? Timid as Pork says so. I'm gonna re-roll it.
Oh, Timmy.
Wow.
Hard ass.
18.
Oh,
there you go.
boom. Yeah. See?
21.
Yeah.
All right.
Gonna forget
Minus
about
You were
the
good
one.
anyway.
Hope you're happy.
All right. forgot about my boba, Erisette. Thank you. Reminder.
Erisette points to this thing. Is it under the ledge of the next platform or the one we're standing on?
The next one.
On the far side.
Far side.
All right.
But if you lose your footing, reach for the handle.
On the far side, man.
Hey, the far side.
Erisette, Seville, this thing is over halfway on your platform. You're running out of space.
All right, I'm
Shall we?
launching myself 16.
Me too.
Okay, Seville, no problem. You leap over.
I'll turn around instantly.
Is this
Erisette?
athletics? This
Athletics.
is a 7.
I'll let you
Here's
use
our
acrobatics if you want.
Okay. Then it's a 9.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So you
Awkward.
definitely like same thing. I think you look back and you see this advancing wall,
Right.
and it just you panic and you turn and you leap, but you didn't run enough, and you kind of like slip and Seville, you turn ready, but you see she just. You can try if you want with the whip, but she's plummeting.
She nosedive this one. All right,
Can I reach for the handle?
Yeah, you can reach Erisette. Roll an athletics check for me. See if you can grab that handle. Seville, you can roll your attack with the whip if you want to try to grab her as well.
Okay. With my athletics.
Fucking shit.
Oh.
For acrobatics? Acrobatics? Yeah. Good. Acrobatics?
Sure, I'll let you do
Whichever one you
acrobatics.
have a higher score for.
This is all happening. very
Actually,
fast.
acrobatics is fine because that would be you kind of twisting through the air in order to try to
Right,
grab
like a
this thing.
jumper.
Like a
Like,
Yeah.
like twisting,
This-
like a double
this
axle.
is-
Yeah, exactly.
This-
What'd you get?
This is
It's a 10.
Okay, 10. That's fine. Your hands.
Nice.
Because your angle, you're basically heading right forward anyway. So you basically it was a 10 was actually the DC. So you grab it, Seville. Your whip misses her. She plummeted so quickly, but you grab it, and as you grab this bar, it drops like 2 inches, and you panic. But in front of you, below you, this wall like opens up, and you see there are stairs in there that you can easily just put your feet on, and you see these little torches light up, what looks like a spiral staircase down.
I think I found something.
So I just go, Erisette, as I hear the snap, but I don't grab any.
Yeah.
My whip doesn't make purchase, and I just look and see her just clinging to this thing, lowering,
And we all like I go up to the edge too to see.
and I just go, wait,
Hey!
down here.
I think I found something. I'm okay.
What did you find?
Oh, she's gone all giggly again.
There
Oh,
must
damn
be
it.
some sort of spores down there.
So I go. I get solid purchase on the ground. I
Okay.
go on top of the stairs.
So she drops.
Okay, she doesn't even. You don't even have to drop. You basically still holding onto that thing. You just put a foot in and pull yourself in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interestingly, the wall that's advancing stops. While this, as soon as you open the door.
That's lucky.
All right, what are you doing?
And we see her disappear.
there's
Technically,
nothing-
right?
Yeah, you see her. Yeah, and you
there
said
anything in front of
there's
us, Judge?
still
There's
still
a gun.
soul or some kind of creatures down below that are.
Do we all
see-
want to follow Erisette?
Well,
How far down do we
I
need
say
to
so.
go?
Daddy, what do you see up there?
Oh, great question. I'm gonna turn and take a look.
You see another kind of shimmering hallway that you saw when you came
A
in the main door.
shimmering hallway, the same as before.
Well, that led to that bitchy goddess. So let's try this one.
But don't
No,
your
the-
stairs lead to like evil, spooky, spirit-like creatures?
I'll jump down with
No,
Erisette.
it's inside. It's inside the like column that you.
Does
are
this look like this
standing-
is leading to the next part of the trail? I mean, it looks like this is leading to the next part of the
This,
trail.
I mean,
looks like it's just repeating itself if we go up here. So let's jump down. I'll
Okay,
jump-
okay. And I jump
Getting
up.
a good vibe about it. And yeah, do I get any kind of
I'm
any
feeling
kind
those
of
vibrations.
perception, Judd? I mean, with my passive perception or anything?
yeah, the air smells fresh.
The air smells fresh.
The staircase
say it, Judd, say it.
very well maintained. It doesn't. I mean, this doesn't look like a rough kind of dungeon thing. This looks like beautifully carved steps, all stone, that goes down.
It's really nice stonework, not dungeony.
The air doesn't smell so.
It feels luxurious, I say, up to whoever is still up.
All right, I'm down there. I'm down there.
I want to be the last one down because when I get to the door, I like move it back and forth a couple times just to see what it does to the wall thing.
Oh, okay. All right, so one by one, you all very carefully make your way down and helping each other because it's kind of precarious. You have to drop down to the bar and then grab the bar and then swing down below. Because you're all there, I'm not going to make you roll for it, but Otto, you go last and you shut the door, and there is a handle on the inside, so you can open it, no problem. You wait a second and you open it again, and you look at that advancing column, that wall, and it definitely started again when you shut the door.
Okay, I'll leave the door open.
Okay, yeah,
Behind me.
and it's no problem. It like doesn't look like it's going to close on its own. It stays where you put it.
And I just say mostly to myself under my breath, just in case. And I go and catch up with everybody.
Okay. Erisette, leading the way, you're going down this tight spiral staircase, and again, there are lights, these little torches that flew into existence when you open this door. And
As soon as you walk, it seems very friendly.
About 30 feet down, you come to, it ends, there's a door there, and it looks like it's slightly open. You look in, you can see little lights ignite inside the room. What would you like to do?
I'll grab
let's go.
Erissette's hand and I'll be like, calling the goddess a bitch is probably not a good idea.
Well, I said bitchy, but I think she'd agree with that. She might not even be offended.
Probably. All right, after you.
It's difficult to argue with the description.
Let's go.
And you move in this room. And it's not a very big room. It's like a 20-foot square, and in the middle is a pedestal that you recognize as one of those devices that's made to hold armor. So it's kind of like a mannequin form that armor hangs on when it's not being worn. And
Okay.
but it's empty except for boots, and on the walls you see there are braziers, one brazier in each corner that lit up with this. The light is very kind of white, bright, and the walls have another mosaic here, like the one you saw above. And it mostly just looks like clouds that are drifting on the wall, these little tiles as they move and shift to create this pattern of flowing clouds around you. And
How close are the clouds?
it's just a 20-foot room. It's a 20 by 20, and it's on the wall.
I meant to us.
Oh, you're all kind of in the doorway, so
All right.
pretty close.
so-
I just
So
meant
are
if
there
I
some
could-
badass boots though in this room?
There are boots there, yeah. And yeah, Otto, you can touch it, no problem.
That's all I was trying to figure out.
The
Was,
armor
if I
or the
could
clouds?
touch and interact with the cloud.
As you touch it, you can feel the tiles moving underneath your hand, like shifting and reforming, and kind of all like this whole wall is just sliding as it's
Ooh, a puzzle.
making this image. They shift
Are
to make
What's
the image.
Is the mannequin?
Clouds.
Clouds, just
the
clouds? Okay.
The mannequin is like the mannequin, quote unquote. It's.
I'm going to
how
look
far away
up on
from
the
us?
ceiling.
Hold on, Dagmar, go
Sorry,
ahead.
sorry, Daggy.
Oh, no worries, no worries. How far away is the mannequin from us? And that's the only thing in that room.
It's about halfway in the middle of the room, yeah. So like 10 feet,
Okay.
10 feet from the
so we
door.
got
Okay.
A
So I
wall of
just kind of
clouds, a mannequin.
Yeah.
Okay.
an armor. So what I do is I'm like, hold on one
With no
second.
boots.
And I just
No
like,
armor, but a lot of boots, right?
No,
And I
There's a
cast.
pair of boots.
one pair of boots.
No armor. There's just a stand that sort of samurai armor would be hung on.
Exactly.
But no armor.
Do the
No
boots
armor,
no
seem
armor.
like they would
Boots.
be my size?
No, they look
Abaca's a
larger.
shoe girl. I mean, she's a shoe girl.
They look larger, and they
Sorry,
are.
these boots are not for me.
Yeah.
Oh, too bad.
I guess
You
I'm
alre-
not the chosen one who gets the sword.
You already look fabulous in your croc skin ones, and I look at
Oh.
Hortzak and I'm like,
Horsack is
Oh,
not
he's
there.
gone. He's not there.
He's gone. We can talk about
what
it
I,
again.
I was just trying to be fun.
What I do is I just go like, and I cast Prestidigitation. My new favorite spell. I cast like these little sprites, these little sprites that just kind of like weave their way around the room and weave around the mannequin. I just want to see if there's any type of magic that would snuff them or kill them.
No, nothing happens.
Okay, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
That was fun.
In Ebel, in his description of his adventure,
Yeah.
did he detail what Chitness armor looked like? And do these boots seem like along that same line?
Tabitha / Maddie, what a great question. So yes, so the Chitness armor is would be like an insect. Like the exoskeleton of an insect.
Chitin.
Okay.
And the boots, you can't quite tell what material they're made out of. They're kind of like a white or a slightly off-white, and with gold trim around the flaps of whatever they're pretty dope looking.
Okay.
So no, it does not look chitinous.
Okay. I try them on. Because I'm pretty tall. Maybe.
Okay, Erisette, you just stride over and pluck them off of this thing and try them on. Yeah, they fit you perfectly.
Ooh.
Someone just got a new
nice.
pair of boots.
What do you think? Did they go with the rest of the ensemble? You have a really good.
Well, I mean, they weren't tailor-made for that outfit, but I feel like, if you
Yeah, I
work
don't
it
know,
with
it's
confidence,
Okay.
it won't matter.
Okay.
I
Make it
am
your
nervous
own.
that this is going to make you have to be a part of the trial, the aforementioned trial.
Well,
you know?
see, I think that we have no choice, but maybe this bitchy goddess just wants us to show up really badass and prove that we're some badass bitches.
Maybe the trial is actually just like a fashion showing.
Right.
Who wears the
This
boots
could be
best?
a runway. This could
Who
be a
Yes.
runway.
wears it better?
The old legend says, whoever wears the boots best gets the sword.
I mean, it could be. It could worthy.
Okay.
Well, the shoe
There are a
fit.
lot of criteria around worthy. Maybe we just needed to up our game.
Could I go examine the armor stand?
Might be
I just
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
check her out.
Roll investigation check.
Let's have a look at what else is going on here, shall we? Oh, you guys are not gonna believe this.
30.
I rolled another fucking crit, dude.
Oh my god.
Swear to
Believe
God.
it.
Are you
I don't
rolling
believe
fake
it.
dice?
I won't.
I am rolling fake dice.
No,
my
it's
gosh.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah, you
rolling
actually
internet dice.
Virtual dice. Virtual dice.
I wish there was a way that,
Fake
I
dice.
wish that it would show this in like a
Yeah.
log.
I know.
of my rolls.
Right.
that would be cool.
Because this
Yeah,
this
your
is just on
percentage is
another
blown
level.
mine away at this point.
I got
with
a
those dice.
24 total.
That's good.
That is awesome. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. So
Hell yeah.
it's it's an armor stand, but you move up close to it, and what you find interesting is that this doesn't look like it's constructed. There are no, even though there are a lot of joints and crossbars and everything that hold obviously there was a helm, there was full armor of some kind. It looks like there's a piece that would hold a sword at the side. It is wood. It's a wood that you've never seen. It's like a light, soft brown, and there are the kind of where the pieces come together. There are like these little gold plating pieces, but you can tell like there are no seams, there are no screws, there are no nails, which just you find a little odd.
Does it look? I just kind of reach out and like wiggle it back and forth, the wood between my grasp, and I'm like, huh, and I does it look like armor was placed on it at some point recently? Like, does it bear scrapes or any indication armor
So,
was on it?
There's no wear at all on the
Okay.
wood or on the metal. But
Yeah.
as you're looking so closely, you also see there's no dust. There's no dust here either. So You're not
What
quite sure what to make of
is
that.
the trial? If I had to guess, it would be to assemble this armor and put it back on its stand where it belongs. But I see no armor here other than the boots that you are wearing. Very fabulous.
So it is a fashion challenge.
Well, I think it might be more of a find the armor challenge. But again, this is just my best deduction.
I'm going to look up the ceiling. Is there anything?
No, it's just more stonework. I mean, all of the stonework is well done. You know, there's kind of crown molding-ish.
Take those boots and try to just step on the clouds.
Well, actually, you know, one thought is we could put the boots onto the stand.
Yeah, okay. We'll try that.
Well, they were on the stand. You took them off of the stand.
Yeah, they're already on it.
They were already on where they were supposed to go.
Yeah, they were in their proper spot, and she just took them off and put them on.
Well,
Okay.
Oh, maybe they make you be able to walk on clouds.
maybe.
Yes, that's true.
I am going closer
is
to the
what we
clouds,
need.
and I'm investigating very deeply to see if I see a pattern or any kind
Very deeply?
very deeply.
Very deeply. What'd you
I
get?
get a 7.
Yeah, I mean, they're clouds. I mean, it looks like the magic here is that these little fucking pieces of stone move on their own and make this like early television thing here on, you know, projector.
Oh,
These
wow.
tiles are moving on their own to create the flow of these clouds and move forward to make the picture of the battle.
So could we try to, I want to like dig a toe over and see, like, do these moving tiles, are they separate from the wall, or are they just moving along the wall?
No, they're like on the wall. Like they were plastered on the wall and they're just sliding on the wall.
If I were to try to say, like, you know, put my foot onto it, like, I want to see if it's one of these things where, like, the magic in them is such that, like, I would stick to it. Like, do they have any give to them?
So you want to look
try
over
to the wall.
as Otto's like putting his foot up on the wall to like match the cloud, and no, I mean your foot feels the movement of the tiles beneath, but you just kind of look silly as you have a leg
and
up on the wall.
Well, of course I can't afford to look silly, so I like look back at them and I like see that they're looking at me, and I'm like, hey y'all, and I like turn it into a karate kick, and I'm like, I thought there was maybe a little bug or something, but it's
Nice.
long gone now. Needn't you worry? Everything's fine.
And I'm like, Otto the Brave, always looking out for us.
All right.
Thank you.
Harrison, try to walk on the walls. Try to use the boots somehow. Click your heels and say home, home, home.
All right, I go and I do a
good.
handstand.
Wonder where you
I
got
put my feet on the
that.
ground and I put my boot feet on the
Everyone's doing
tile.
acrobatics.
And I say, bitchy goddess, what are you up to?
She's not
Jesus
going to tell us. She's just patently never going to speak to us. You all know that, right?
And I just do a
And-
somersault just because.
Harris said nothing happens, but as you
See?
come out of your handstand and the boots kind of go through the air, you kind of flip up and you realize, everybody sees it for a second, that she's off the ground by like 2 feet, and you slowly kind of
Them
come
moon boots.
you come down to the
Airwalk.
ground.
Aeroset, check the ceiling.
What's up with the ceiling?
Just try.
Look
walking
at
along
yourself.
these-
You're floating.
Also, Judd, I really have to.
I know. We're about to take a break. Her set. In the interest of time, because I was looking for like a really good button here, but you guys are playing with the wall. It's fine.
I just start like climbing up in the air on my boots.
No, you jump up in the air and you can feel it's like you're jumping on an invisible ledge for a moment, and you get purchase, and you can see she kind of like steps up in the air, like she's walking up invisible steps for a sec, and then you're hitting the ceiling because it's not a very tall room, and then you kind of break concentration and fall to the ground and catch
Like
yourself.
a balloon where you just like bob
Yes,
on the
these
ceiling like a helium
these
balloon.
are the boots of Cloud Walk, and I will send you details about them later. They require attunement, but they are auto attuned to you. So
Otto.
I'm literally tripping.
Auto.
Well, I can't really take that much credit. Thank
I
you.
mean, yeah, you probably had something to do with it. All right, everybody, we are overdue for our break. Sorry. So we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, because don't forget, get those follows, and we have giveaways and all kinds of wonderful stuff. We'll be right back. I just have to actually like
Be
click
right
this in.
back, y'all.
Be right back.
Beer back. Go get your drink
10
on,
minutes.
Huh?
Okay, hello everybody. Hello.
guys.
We're still waiting for two of our people, but we had some people here waiting from our raid. Hello and welcome. We're the role players.
Thank you so much, Raiders. Welcome.
And I thought I would just take a moment to reiterate what we're doing tonight, because we're doing a special charity drive for Extra Life. So every follow tonight, we make a donation to Extra Life. So we've gotten several already, so thank you so much. And if we hit 800 followers tonight, we're going to unlock a special giveaway. So including...
Literally, if all of you followed right now, we would hit the goal and
That's
make
right.
so many kids happy.
I mean, it's for kids. It's for kids, but you know, no pressure, but it's for the kids.
No pressure. It's pretty children.
So, and Arisette, great job on those boots. I will send you. I forgot to load that into D&D Beyond, but I will do that.
What are they called? Moon?
No, they're boots of Cloudwalk.
Boots of Cloudwalk.
Yeah.
Boots that are made
How
for
many
walking,
steps do I get on them?
but not so much.
I'll tell you. I'll text it to you.
Jump up and have some
all right.
fun, and you'll be walking on a cloud.
I tell you what. Since we're waiting for other two, Ashley, will you do me a quick favor?
It's an original, but you can copy it.
And send me a code word I can throw out there so we can give away a role player's T-shirt right now while we're waiting. And
Role player's T-shirt, you guys.
yeah, because we wanted to give away several role players T-shirts tonight anyway.
That's
so
amazing. Judd has
And we're also going to give away a role player's singlet, a wrestling for the trial, to mark
all
the
right,
trial.
I was told she's not ready, but
That's
hold,
correct.
we'll be there in a moment. So we're going to tell you a code word you're going to put into chat, and you'll be automatically entered to win a shirt. She's got to set it up. I did not tell her to do that, or ask her nicely, I should say. So sorry, KP.
Everybody needs that singlet. Everybody needs that singlet, Marty.
Ooh, a singlet.
I mean, yeah. Our producer,
we're gonna get
Killer
KP.
Panda. Yeah, she just competed in powerlifting, so
Come on,
she
yeah.
needs it.
What?
She needs it.
Yeah, we'll get
Yeah.
her to sign.
Yes,
Get her to sign. all
Yeah,
the
she
sing-
crushed.
Powerful
Oh,
lady.
role player onesies, like pajama style,
Cross the enemies.
lounging over the
Ooh,
holidays.
for the
I
holidays.
love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
It's the holiday
Figuring out
season.
how I could-
Boop-de-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Oh, actually,
Grab your dice.
we
We are
can.
all like a Pella group.
I know we're all talking at once, but
goodness.
one other quick reminder: next week we're doing a holiday one shot, which is also we're going to be doing some special drives for Extra Life on that episode. So stay tuned for that. That should be really fun.
Yeah.
And
All right, now back to open mic night.
you know what I
It's
say?
the holiday
All
season.
right, wait, I got the first lyrics to "I'm Bringing Sexy Back," but I only got someone's got to work.
Okay, let's.
I will.
Back. Doo-doo. I'm dropping 20s like a hacky sack.
Oh boy.
Take it. Got to go after that. Because when you drop a hacky sack, it just stays there. So if it's a 20, it's easy, right?
I get that, kind of like a thump, like
Yeah,
a,
it's just like a thump, a 20 thump. So someone's got to take it. Someone's got to take it after that.
Maybe we could change it to I'm thumping 20s like a hack.
Well, you got to take the next,
Like a
next
hacky
lyrics. I'm
sack.
sticking
Alright.
with I'm dropping criticals. Dun, 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 I'm
What
dropping
was the first one
20s.
done?
Like
Okay.
now,
All right. So thank you for the follow. So the word is everybody listen. The word is moon boots. One word. Moon boots.
I love moon boots.
So MOONBOOTS. Put it in chat right now. You're entered to win a T-shirt for the role players, which I normally have on, but right now I don't. I just have my D&D T-shirt on.
It's
So-
a dragon.
Oh, look at that.
Remember moon boots from the 80s?
Moon boots, moon
Hell yeah.
Moon boots. Say moon boots fast. Say moon boots fast like 10 times. Moon boots.
Moon boots, moon boots, moon boots, moon boots.
Moon boots, moon boots, moon boots, moon boots.
You almost got it.
Wow.
You did better than I did. I think I got like 2.
Moon boots, moon boots, moon boots, moon boots.
It's
really hard.
Hey, buddy, we're live. In case you didn't get our text.
No, I didn't even bring my phone with me, but I see.
Okay. While we're waiting for Maddie, let's just go ahead and jump back in. So, to recap, Arisette, you went to jump across this, 6-foot expanse with the souls kind of climbing in and reaching for you. And
Right.
you missed the first, or you missed both, but the second one you really missed. But you managed to grab that bar, unlocking a secret passage that led down to this armor room, where you found these boots. So well done on that. What do you all like to do from this point?
Okay.
Ariset, try him out. Do something here.
But okay, so I try again to go
Clouds.
up.
Could you be a bit more specific? Out of all
Yes.
some things one could.
Look at the clouds.
Yeah.
Ariset, as you start to do
Get
that,
up to the ceiling.
you start to you feel this knowledge kind of filtered into you, like it was just like kind of uploaded into your mind, that you know this has a limited number of uses. And so you start to jump, and then you get that, and you kind of stop. And you're now attuned to these boots automagically. So
Automagically, I love it.
thank you. Yeah.
No. I think I tried already, Seville, and I hit a wall. I don't
Wait,
think
what?
I should raise
No,
this
you
ability.
didn't. You didn't hit a
No,
wall.
you were upside down, lass. You kind of like did a little twirly thing. Try to get up there.
No, Ariset, you tried it when you actively tried to kind of go up. It was like you were jumping up on invisible steps, leaping. Your boot would like freeze in the air, and then you leapt up again. You just ran out of space, and you had to stop because you almost slammed into the ceiling. And then when you stopped, you just fell to the ground.
But I'm saying the ceiling. I thought, what's on the ceiling? I thought
Nothing.
this-
It's just stone.
Try
Stone ceiling.
try walking up the clouds or something towards something. I mean, look, boots. We're in a room we can't get out of. We got clouds on the ceiling.
You
We've
can
got
get out of this. You can get out of the room. The door's
Why don't
open.
we go back out the way we came? I don't think that there's much here. I go back
Is there a
out.
door on the far side?
I go back
No,
out.
just
and
one
I see
door.
Okay, I see
I
if
left
I
the
can
door
float
open.
back out. Well, no, I just go back out.
Oh,
And I try to climb up the wall that we used to get in here, back up to where we saw the corridor, the glowing corridor before.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. So let's leave and go up to where we were trying that corridor.
Yeah, maybe these will come in handy in the
Okay.
battle.
I'm not gonna make you all roll, but whoever's gonna go first to try to climb up, because it's a little tricky. Whoever has the best athletics.
Well, she could do it with her boots, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she could. You could.
Yeah.
But I don't want to waste it, so I'll roll my athletics. I'm feeling strong.
Okay. I mean, and,
good.
and people are in the doorway.
Out, you guys.
Good, and I get a 3.
You're amazing.
I'm like, see, no problem. Whoa! But
No, I
then
think you're kind of like, you're just right there, and everybody's holding on to you as you kind of try to jump up and grab. Like, you can grab the bar, you just can't quite figure out how to maybe do a pull up or a power up to try to
we kind of
to reach.
hoist.
Yeah, you guys.
my dagger.
If you
Can
want-
I get purchase in the wall with my dagger.
Wait, Ariset just needs some little
A
motivation.
little hoister.
My whip and just kind of crack her on the crack like a
Whatever gets her going.
Wow.
What to get her
Okay.
Guys, now
roll
isn't the
roll a
time.
chauvinism check.
Now isn't the time.
locker room, right?
All right, yeah.
So-
If you want to try, there are seams between the stone. If you want to try, plus and roll. Why don't you do one more time? Roll an advantage because Otto and others are trying to lift you up. Because
Okay. Thanks, guys.
it's about 6 feet.
Okay. So this is it acrobatics or is it athletics?
No, just athletics. You're trying to use your strength.
But you get to
It's a
roll
13
twice.
this time.
yeah, but you
It's
can
a-
roll twice just if you want to see if you crit.
Again? Roll twice? Like
No,
again?
no. You roll. Okay, so it's fine. 13's enough. I mean, everybody's supporting you. You just had to get a hand up on that ledge and pull yourself up. And
Okay.
now that you're up there, you turn and one by one, you make sure everybody gets up and everybody helps each other, and you're back on top of this platform.
Okay.
And when you're all returned to the platform, you hear that door shuts down below, and once again, the pillar starts advancing towards you. But you've cleared these 2 jumps, and now there's another shimmering hallway there.
Okay. I just head down the shimmering hallway. I just devil may care attitude. I've got
Let's
my
go down the shimmering
Get moon
hallway.
boots on. You're invincible.
Okay, yeah, Ariset leading the way. One by one, you all.
Okay. Like that.
Okay.
It's
Down
Ariset.
we go.
You pass through and you come out into darkness, and you look around, nobody else is with you, and your elven eyes are searching through this darkness. You can't see anything. It is just pitch black. But then flaring out of the darkness, you see a city, and it's like down below your feet, as if you were one of the gods on the mural you saw before. And you see a darkness sweep over the land, crushing the towns, fires erupting. You hear the screams of people dying. And as the beast turns and starts coming towards you, you see for a second that it's you. And it just comes at you, and you panic, and then
It was you, babe.
you are out of that spot.
Where do I go?
Gabby,
Okay.
sorry, Dagmara, Daggy.
Oh, yes, yes.
The names are too close.
Say your name, Gabby.
You,
Daggy.
as Erisette, you appear in a dark space, and you hear, and I forgot to say this, sorry, Erisette, to you, as you come in, that one must face truth to fight clearly. And Dagmara, you see Tevin before you, and you reach for him. He's alive, and his face lights up when he sees you, and you come to each other, and then right when you reach for him, he morphs into Thawne, and you then taken aback, but then all of a sudden you're kissing him, and you pull away, and it's Tevin once more, and he just crumbles to ash through your fingers as you try to grab him, just falling away. And as your wail of despair carries out, you're gone.
What
Tabitha,
is happening?
Yeah.
you and Snack standing in the darkness until you see a swamp materialize around you. You see a hag enter a building, a cottage, rough, dark, disgusting, covered in filth and algae in the middle of this swamp. And you see a young halfling girl across the table making some sort of pact with her. And then you see a family. You see your family, and the cottage melts away, and your family dressed in the finest clothes and wealth everywhere. And then the wealth starts to drip off of them, and their clothes start to fall off of them, and they try to grab them, they try to hold on to it, and then they all look at you and they point their finger. You did this! And their eyes go livid, and they just leap and attack at you as they...
Do I feel it, or they just like kind of skim over?
No, just like at that moment, you black out again.
Okay.
Otto,
Wow.
you are at the bow of a ship as it splashes through the ocean. That great magical storm surrounding Anacroli is ahead of you. And you watch as you pass through this cloud. Behind you on the deck are just crates of riches. You see the wealth of Anacroli in this boat that you have taken with you. And as you pass through the storm, jumping for joy that you were not sundered, and sailing into the beautiful light heading towards Faerun, a shape rises out of the depths. You see horns break the surface, and then ahead, you see a creature larger than ever imaginable, a deity rising from the depths with red, actually not red skin, grayish skin. You know him instantly as Belial reaches down and plucks you off the ship and hurls you down. As you fall and fall, the material world strips away, and you just see burning damnation ahead as you fall through the air. We cut. And finally, Seville. You, standing in a small room. You're standing by a bedside. There are 3 people there. There's obviously, there's a young girl in the bed. It's clear that she's dead. One by one, the others at that bedside look at you, and you can see the accusations on their face that you were the one that caused this. And you start to see them advance slowly. You took it. You took all the magic. You took her life. You took her force. And as they get closer and you back up against the wall and they start to reach for you, you too blank out. One by one, the rest of you materialize on a platform. Bright light hits your face, and after that darkness, you're all kind of trying to shield your eyes and look around. You see you're on a large, round platform. So it looks like there's stone below you. There are these massive 60-foot, 40-foot columns. Columns of pure gold surround this round platform. There's inlay of gold on the floor that goes in a circle, in a ring, with the center of this platform also in beautiful gold. Around you, there are clouds floating by, and they seem to be lit inside. We've never seen anything like this. Blue sky stretches in every direction, up, down, left, right. Infinity of blue sky with these puffy white clouds floating by, glowing with this beautiful blue light inside.
I say, good thing we have among us a cloud walker. And I look at Erised.
Let's hope they come in handy.
I think they may.
If they don't come in handy, I honestly would petition for a new name for them.
There's floating clouds everywhere, right, Judd? Isn't that what you said?
There are floating clouds.
So, don't make me spell this out. Hop on these clouds.
As Otto says that, and you're wondering, is that gonna work? You hear once more that voice, and it begins. And you look up and you see
just started
a woman, a man. It's hard to tell, but definitely an angelic type of form descending out of a cloud above. Beautiful white wings, wearing this white tunic. This person lands softly, golden boots hitting the stone, pulls out a large sword. This person is at least double your size as they stand there.
Valka, I presume?
And now we'll see what you're made of. And I would like you all to roll initiative while I show you what you're looking at. Stand by.
Oh my goodness, I feel like Minicam cutaway.
Minicam's coming up, and let me cue the right sound effect. Sound effect.
Nice.
And effect.
There it is.
Okay. Make sure this is on the right audio. No, it's not. I think it's this one.
Guys, all we have to do is beat up this god, and we're good.
Yeah, I mean, how hard could it be? All right, everyone. Hopefully don't have a blowout here. And oh, actually, before I do that, hold on. Let me just check really quickly.
Do we switch to auxiliary power?
Question is,
The suspense is
do we
killing
each
us.
have to fight her one-on-one, or does it like her against the 5 of us?
I think
Or is it
I will tell you.
against our own worst
Doesn't sound like you're
enemy,
doing
which
that.
is ourself of our
let's
own.
start with let's just try to beat her, huh?
I'm
Yeah.
walking away from the group, kind of staggering from that vision. And,
Okay, I'll say this happened before the
yeah,
angel descended. Go ahead.
and just
You're
Lost.
abandoning us in the fight again,
a little lost.
huh?
I
What?
noticed that.
We missed what you said, dude.
I said I'm a little lost after that what I just experienced through that passageway,
Do I notice that, Jen?
and I'm just
Yeah.
distraught.
I see it out of the corner of my eye, and I go to him. I just gently put a hand on his back. Hey, my friend, they're illusions. You know the mind better than anything. It's a test. Don't let it get under your skin. Now let's fight.
I turn around to Arasette. Unfortunately, that was no illusion for me. I don't know what you saw.
Okay.
Don't mean that. What I mean is,
You're really quiet
us,
for me.
all of us bear
Um,
some guilt
Peter.
within.
I'm quiet.
No, you sound okay to me.
I just say we all have ghosts, all of us. I saw my ghost too. It's showing you whatever haunts you most. Don't take it personally right now.
What's Valka doing while this is going down?
No, this is all. This happened before Valka. I'm just waiting to transition. But actually, as you take in that moment, then you start to see this form descend, because now I'm ready to click over. So here, check this out.
Anyway,
Hopefully,
I give him a kiss on the cheek and a squeeze of his hand,
yeah.
and I like slap his ass a little too, just to like get him in gear, you know, like
Nice.
Like a baseball player kind of vibe?
yeah, baseball player vibe, or like waitress
Sportsmanship.
getting slapped, except for it's me and he's the waitress.
That's another chauvinism check.
Hey, all day
You know,
long.
I
true.
did that like
Natural
the waitress
20.
now.
Use.
All right. So, I have additional light here, but I wanted you to see the clouds before I put the additional light on, because it's hard to see the clouds glowing. And I want you to see the
I
clouds
don't
glowing.
see myself.
Were you saying you're waiting for
Oh.
the silver lining?
Maddie,
so
no
that-
wonder. I was like, why is this not working? It's the wrong overlay. Hold on a sec.
Holy shit, that's fucking
Ooh.
amazing.
Oh my
Give
gosh,
me-
it looks like it's floating.
Sorry.
in
It
light.
looks cool though.
Give me
That-
a mo. Talk amongst yourself.
Badass. That
Those
is
clouds
badass.
were nice.
Wait,
Well,
it was
obviously this bitch is going down. I mean, we have no choice,
Yeah.
guys.
That's why I had the wrong overlay loaded.
No, I don't.
I
Sure.
love the
Cloud.
craftsmanship in
Yes.
the terrain. I feel like it's so fun.
Thank you. Okay.
Those clouds, like, I was like kind of staring at them, and it's like the abyss underneath us. Where we go?
Yeah.
I don't
Sorry,
see it
guys. Hold on one
So
second.
where was
Yeah, no.
the?
I took it off.
Was it the
yeah.
Eerie in Game of Thrones that had the moon door?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that kind of
Oh,
plummeting to your death vibe.
yes.
Right.
It's
Right.
sort of like the inverse of the moon door. The moon door is where there's safe structure with one little space of could fall to your death. We are like surrounded by space that could fall to our death
Where
in
we
one
could fall
little
to our death.
structure of
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah.
We're sort of like the exact inverse of the moon door right now.
Yes.
But
That makes me want to watch Thrones.
I know,
We
right?
were watching
Makes
some
me
scenes
want
the
to
other
read
day.
it again.
What memories.
Again?
Yeah, I have to forget that last season. Just
I
go to
heard
the
it was like
books.
this thick, that book.
Go to the book. The books are
yeah.
fantastic.
And you know what? They don't need to be. And I love the books. Like, I've read them all. But I will say, my boy is getting long-winded sometimes. George R. Martin, like,
Oh, yeah.
he describes, like, a feast. He'll make you hungry. He'll make you hungry reading it. Like,
Oh,
he will spend 10 pages and there were
Okay.
charred cherries and glazed pork with the
Wow.
toasted.
Wait, is it supposed to be charred pork and glazed cherries? But I love what you did there.
Or
I
maybe
way prefer charred
maybe
cherries.
That's
cherries
that's
sounds
what I.
good.
That was what I
Charred
meant.
cherries.
Okay. Sorry about that.
It's really good.
He's
Though.
like,
Oh, Chad, I got you, brother. I
he's
got you.
recounting everything he's
Got
ever
it.
eaten.
Charred cherries are awesome.
Charred cherries.
There we go.
Cookbook, in the role players cookbook.
Making me hungry
Okay.
now.
Yeah,
Here we
charred
go.
cherries
Once
would be
again,
the role play.
here is the terrain. Sorry about that.
Wow, that's so wicked.
Okay.
And yes, I just want,
Please,
for a
Bob.
moment, I just want everyone to know that I'm actively bringing Wicked back. Like, it's a mission I have to bring it back.
I think Wicked
You
is
know,
awesome.
it never went anywhere if you live in the Northeast.
Wicked. That's straight out of my neck of the woods in Boston.
Exactly.
That's wicked. That's
It's
wicked.
wicked awesome.
So-
Wicked fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Just fucking, that is pissa.
All right. Pissa. Love it. All right.
Wow.
So back to this. And as a reminder, we've been trying a new form of combat, which
Oh, yeah.
makes things a little bit crazy. Yep. So it is a timed turn. And we're going to try it again. We've only done it one time, so let's do it again and see what happens. You get a minute for your turn. But to remind people, roll your attacks, but don't roll your damage. Just roll your attacks, see if they hit, and then you can roll your damage. We won't count the rolling damage as part of your stopwatch part.
So wait, what do we? Okay, gotcha.
Where is my phone? Oh, here it is. Okay, so 20 to 25. Initiative.
Oh, I forgot that happened. I rolled an 18.
I know, it was like 5 minutes ago. Sorry, guys.
I got a 17.
21.
21. Nice. All right. Tabs. All right, 15, 20. 17 for auto. Anybody else? Nope. Okay.
No.
All right.
Man, y'all are gonna make me go first against the war god? That's not nice.
I think I go first.
Rolling
Right?
so good.
10 to
Oh,
15.
you were
have
before.
experience
Most
with gods.
recent, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to turn this light on now so you guys can see a little bit better.
We can see it just fine.
You can? All right, maybe I'll turn this off.
That's
Just gonna-
better.
Dim the light. Dim the light. Yeah,
All right.
right there's perfect.
All right. Sorry, 10, 15. Doing too many things.
12.
12. All right. 5 to 10.
That's me.
What'd you get?
6.
I got a 7.
7 and 6. Wow.
Lucky number 7.
Rolling a little
Doug.
like that.
Civil. Okay. Great. I haven't even rolled for this creature yet. Let's use a special Skull Splitter dice. Oh,
That's a legit angel.
that's
We're
not
fighting
good.
our Valkyrie.
Yeah, why are we fighting this beautiful, wonderful angel?
It's a trial, y'all. It's a
Gorgeous.
trial.
I don't like
fire!
fire.
Okay.
So pristine.
Okay.
Him.
So let me start the timer because it's been a crazy day, you all. I meant to spend some time reviewing. Yeah, stop. Reset. There we go. Okay. I'm starting my own timer because I hold myself to this too, which kind of stinks. Okay. So, as she comes down and she turns to you, and her weapon is gleaming, you see that she targets Seville. You're facing her. She flies over, weapon coming down right at you. She rolls a 9 plus.
Oh, your
Yeah.
time's up. No.
That's yeah. Actually, I haven't even been watching it. But that's a 20. That's like 23 to hit.
Maybe.
So,
Maybe.
and actually, I did run out of time. So I'm just gonna roll my damage for this. As with shocking speed, she comes down. The blade. You don't even have time to react, and the blade is carving through you. You see, it's like light is emanating out from where the blade impacts you, and that's going to be.
Oh no.
And I rolled a lot of low ones there. It's gonna be 24 points of radiant damage as she just like cleaves into you, and then she has reach on this weapon, and she's gonna pull back. she's still like on the ground. She's not in the air yet. So Tabitha, you are up.
Okay, I'm casting
You said 24?
Entangle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you're what?
I'm going to be casting a spell, and the
Okay.
spell is Entangle.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, hey.
Is that a save?
She's a druid.
I don't know.
Tangled.
Click on the spell, and it'll explain everything. You can
Yes,
just
it
read
says one action, 90 feet, concentration up to 1 minute, grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square starting from a point within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground into an area of difficult terrain. The creature in that area, when I cast the spell, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends.
Look at our
Okay.
Tabitha. She's all grown up. We're so proud.
And
of our,
it creates the
our
difficult
little
terrain
sniper.
anyway, right?
That's
dope.
Yeah. Well, actually, she has a +8, but it's only a 10. What's your spell save? You don't probably know. Let me see.
Don't know.
I'm
I
pausing.
believe it should say, if you
I
look at the
think
top, it says
13?
save DC 13.
Okay. All right.
You just,
So-
you
This
just
thing has like a plus
entangled.
14 to
Let's
hit.
go.
Yeah. But only a +8. I rolled a 2 on its save, so well done. So you see these vines sprout out and wrap around the creature's legs. Well done. Anything else
And
you
I
want to
say,
do?
look at that! That's cool!
Actually-
and then with the
That
rest
is
of my
cool.
action,
That is cool.
No, you ran out of time actually, but you can move snack. We
but
actually
I'm
gave
on
you.
snack, so...
Oh, okay. All right. So you just cast that, and you're kind of shocked that it works so well. Otto.
I just feel like okay, so I wasn't here last time we did the timed thing. I feel like some of that time was taken up by what you were rolling, so I would like to challenge you for 10 more seconds. Because my turn.
Unfortunately, when I said what is the spell save DC, that's the
And
stuff
I
that you
read
should.
the whole thing. I don't really have to read the whole thing, but I didn't know because this is my first time doing this. So I
Right,
would like
right.
to propose actually 30 seconds more time.
I'm gonna deny it because this is the whole point. It's supposed to be like boom, 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 and next time.
I'm
Next time.
furious, and anyone who's my supporter can comment in the chat and petition for more time for me next
It's
time.
like real comeback.
I see.
Okay,
It's gonna
all
be
right.
like
Let's start.
All right, Otto, you're up.
A revolution. All right. I am going to rush up with my sword. She's restrained in the vines, I believe.
She is. Yep.
So that would give me advantage, right? So again, attacking a restrained creature.
Yep.
So I'm gonna roll that with my +1 rapier, and my highest was a. What would that? That would be 16 plus 7, 23.
Okay.
And then,
Yep. That actually hits.
yeah, and so then I want to apply my defensive flourish,
Okay.
which I expend a bardic inspiration die,
Nice.
and it adds extra damage to this, and also whatever I roll on my d8 will be added to my AC
Okay.
from the flourish. So once I see she's entangled, I look at Tabby and I'm like, nicely done, and I rush up and attack her. Sorry, I need to roll these separate so I can figure out which one applies to
You're
my
almost out of
AC.
time.
Yeah, I'm rolling my damage right now.
You can roll your damage
so-
at the end. So if there's anything else you want to do, movement or anything, tell me now, and we can roll damage after.
Okay, I'm not sure. Well, sorry, I was kind of doing that. I will maneuver around her after I do it, I suppose, to her flank.
Okay.
But give me 1 second so I can do this math.
All right. So just tell me what the damage is, and then do you want to be on her
Yes.
side or behind her? And your turn is up.
4 plus 6. So 10 damage, and I add another 4 to my.
Nice. Okay.
Or sorry, I add another 6. That's really good. So
Very cool.
my AC. Okay, and yeah, I'll maneuver around to the back of her.
Back of her, okay.
So that I can somebody could flank her more easily.
Actually- Okay. Yeah. I think you can get there. Okay. All right. Great. Seville, you are up.
Taking one of my off of my wrists, taking a greater healing potion, dropping it in my mouth. And then there's something that Ariset said about just, the mind reminding me who I was. And I'm going to say, do not play with my mind and twist my memories around. And I'm going to hit her with a synaptic shock.
Okay. What's the spell save?
So DC is 14.
Con,
14.
right?
Yep.
That's 15.
Ah!
Blast.
That would have been a good one. And I just
It was
say,
close.
that's just some of what's coming for you. And I'm staying where I am, but I'm moving behind a pillar.
Okay. All right.
That's what I'm doing.
We'll say you're over here.
13 points of healing, by the way. that I'm
Okay, good.
returning.
All right. Ariset, you are up.
Okay, so I cast my hunter's mark immediately, and then I take my bow. Oh, I'm sorry. I also go up above her, so I have the advantage, right? Because I get extra something from being above ground over her, right?
I mean, unless
How
you
do
want
you
to try
get
to,
above?
you can.
With my moon boots.
Cloud walking.
Okay.
With my moon boots.
Okay.
y'all.
Walking with the clouds.
So I'm above that bad bitch, and I'm like.
I will
pew,
say, because I didn't have a chance to send you the stats on it, that it's not the kind of thing where you can kind of just hang out like suspended. It's more like you can take steps up or over open areas. You could take 10 steps. So you could like go 10 steps up and make it to a ledge up above, but once you expel, you're gonna fall.
That's what I'm doing, just so I can shoot.
All right, cool.
From
All right.
advantage.
You just want to get high enough?
Doesn't that give me an advantage or something?
No.
Dude,
well,
did
then
you not
forget it.
see
Okay,
Star
fuck
Wars
that.
Episode 3?
It's okay, Hunter.
I have the high ground, Anakin.
That's what I thought, man. Okay, hunter's mark and my longbow on her.
Okay.
Go.
Attack.
All right. That is
Roll
a
it high.
25.
Oh, that hits.
Boom.
All right.
All right, you
Now-
can roll your damage at the end. Is there anything you want to do? Another arrow?
Well, yeah. a
You got
second
2
arrow.
arrows. Yep.
Yeah. So 25 and a 22.
Okay.
25 and a 22. And just, I'm going to tell you, as my bonus action, I'm.
You already
casting
used.
Warrior.
You already used your bonus action
shit,
for the
right.
hunter's mark. All right. And you want to stay roughly there. You're out of time anyway, so you're staying roughly there. I'm gonna
that's
say you
fine.
do your 2 shots. You run up
Yeah.
into the sky, and then you float down to the ground. Nice.
Yeah.
So give me your damage,
Like with boots.
All right. So my first
and then
one.
Dagmar, you're
Don't
next.
forget to add your hunter's
All right.
mark.
So my first is 6
Almost
damage,
second,
but I
yeah.
get an extra 1d6 on that one.
Right.
So that's 9 damage on the first one.
Okay.
And then the next one is. Oh, yeah, it's a 9. And I think my hunter's mark goes for my second action, too, right? Or no.
Yeah, hunter's
once
mark
per
applies to
turn.
both. No, it applies to both.
Oh, it does? Nice.
Yeah.
So 9 plus 1, so that's 10 damage altogether. Oh, no, that's 10
Oh.
on the second one.
So 19 total.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
And I say, is that good enough for you? Boom!
You actually
Yeah.
see, as you say that, she smiles and looks right at you. Dagmar, you're up.
Does this thing, so we're gonna need to know, does it have metal armor?
No, it's wearing like a tunic. Does have like bracers on the forearms, and that's it.
And
Okay, so
just to make sure, I don't want this to take away from Dagmar's
Yep, I
time, but
paused.
this animal is entangled, right?
Yes, yep.
Creature? Okay.
Yep. Vines are wrapped around her legs.
Are the bracers made out of metal?
You can't tell from there. They're golden. They could be.
Okay. The only reason I'm asking is because I want to cast. Essentially, what I want to do is I want to do shocking grasp, which
Yeah.
once it has to interact with metal. So if that's the case, I don't know how much time it's taking away, but I.
You can roll a
Smells
perception
like it.
check if you want to see for sure, or you could just run up and try it.
I'll roll a perception. That's 16. I don't know if that's taking away from my time, but that's 16
yeah,
plus 4,
it is.
20.
Yeah, so I mean, it looks like it's made out of maybe solid gold. So it is metal.
All right, perfect. All I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna run up, literally run right at her,
Okay.
and just slide on my one leg, like just under her, and just
Okay.
like stab her with my dagger, and pretty much use my shocking grasp as I do that. So as I like slide, I'm hoping to slide between her legs, almost like just as I stab her in the Achilles heel,
Okay.
and then land behind her.
Okay. Great. So roll your attack and
I think you have advantage though, since if it has metal or something.
Well, you have advantage
Yes.
because Otto
So what
is
did-
right behind her. So
And she's
sweet. Well,
restrained.
and
so
she was
it's-
yeah.
Yes. Okay, cool. 19 is,
Is that-
never mind. This is instantaneous. So this is 2d8, essentially. That will be the damage.
Oh, is
but
it?
19 is what I rolled.
It's not a roll. Is it a? Hold on. Let me pull it up.
It's an instantaneous. Oh, wait. Sorry.
Let me see. Shocking
Cantrip,
grass. Here we go.
cast at will.
Touch action.
An attack.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah, you just touch them. Make a melee spell attack. Oh no, it's a. It's a melee. You still have to. You
gotta
still have to
attack.
roll. So you have to roll. You get a plus
I
7
did.
to your roll.
So that was 19 plus 7, so that's
Oh, yeah,
26.
that hits. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Awesome. Sweet.
Cool.
And then that's 2d8. So it's my dagger's damage plus 2d8. Yeah, right. The dagger's plus 7. And then, hold up. Let me just do this. 2d8. And I got 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
You see, she looks down at all of you and says, "Good," and then is gone, and vanishes. The vines.
It can't take reactions until the start of its next turn, by the way.
Yes, thank you. The vines just fall to the ground, and she reappears. Oh, that's gonna be too tall. Well, maybe not. Here, let's do this.
Cool.
I need risers for.
Oh, I love
You
that
know-
riser. That's
You
a
know
little
what's good to
champagne.
use?
A little champagne
the
twist
little-
right there.
Yeah.
Caviar and champagne.
You can use the little plastic things that dice come in. The little-
Oh yeah, I
That's
have
amazing.
a whole bunch of those. Okay, so yeah, so suddenly she appears over. She pulls down her sword, and you see the sword just disappears as she reaches, and she pulls an arrow. And as she's pulling the arrow, a bow appears in her hand. Air set, she finds you, and just lets go this arrow at you. And
Yikes.
oof, that's definitely a hit. That's an 18 plus plus a, where is it? Here we go. Yeah, oh yeah, it definitely hits. Where? Okay. Oh, I forgot to. I'm 30 seconds in on my turn. See, I love it. It drives me. It makes me crazy. It makes me lose my mind. Which is
Well,
exactly.
why, though? That's
exactly-
not what we want.
It is when she's attacking you. It is actually. All right, so she only gets one attack with that sword. Okay, or with that bow. She's gonna hover there, and that's all she's gonna do. I'm gonna roll damage. 17 plus 23 points of piercing damage as the arrow just, and it's a massive arrow. And the moment it impacts you and you see the blood squirt out, the arrow vanishes. And she's just gonna stay there, watching you. Tabitha, you're up again.
Great. So I take a piece of rope that I have. I swing it around the closest column to me. I shimmy up the side like in the beginning of the movie Mulan. I
Awesome.
take out my blink dagger. I throw it at her.
Ooh. Okay.
I have allies close by. Please give me sneak attack. If you don't give me sneak attack, I'll be mad and I'll start a new petition.
Fire,
more time
she's
for Maddie.
alone in the air.
Yeah, she's flying. She's like 20 feet off the ground. Otto is there, but not within 5 feet. So for sneak attack, you would need. You can start another petition, but
Honestly, justice for Maddie is the new petition.
Yeah.
Justice for Maddie.
just rewrite the rules. Just rewrite the rules. It's fine.
Protest. We'll
Yeah.
protest.
All right, but dope so far. Roll your attack for your blink dagger. with attitude. It's fine.
7 plus 6.
13.
So it doesn't hit, but do you want to use your bonus action to teleport to it or just recall it?
Where is it?
It just misses her, just like goes off, and it's kind of, I mean, if you want to use a bonus action to teleport next to it, I say you can appear by her side. You could do whatever you want, or
Great, I'll appear by her side and then just take it and stab her in the
Okay.
air.
all right.
Nice.
So we'll say you appear right here, grab. You can do the attack on your next turn, but I'm gonna say you grab
Okay.
the dagger, you appear next to it, and you grab
I'm readying an attack.
her. Yeah, you're on
And
her.
because she's not expecting me to float into the air, maybe I'll get my sneak attack.
Yeah, actually, I tell you what.
A
Let
girl
me
can
see.
dream, right?
Let me see if she notices. Yep, she notices your appearance. Okay.
By the
Still.
way, it's my first
Yeah,
sneak
it's like a
attack
flying
in
halfling.
literally months. So
All right,
I'm
but
supposed to be a
it's-
sneaky person.
it's now Snack's turn though, because that was your turn. You went off separate of Snack, so if you want, you can control Snack.
Great. Snack is going to take a running jump attack, whatever it's called, pounce.
Pounce, I think.
Shadowcat moves at least 20 feet straight towards the creature and hits it with a claw attack. On the same turn, the target must succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. I mean, she's 20 feet in the air, but I'm gonna say Snack would be able to leap up. I mean, Snack is a special kitty cat. So go ahead and roll your attack for Snack.
Maybe he can ricochet off a column.
What am I rolling? Just a D20?
Yeah. Just,
That was a 1. I don't think Snack has half
I know, and I think it's just like Snack thinks that she can do it, and she leaps and she makes it like halfway there and just gets air and just like it's too high up. All right, Otto, you're up, and Seville, you're next.
You got it.
Okay. I am going to look at Seville and say, see if you can bring her down. I mean that both metaphorically and literally. And that will suffice as a bardic inspiration,
Nice.
as my bonus action.
Okay.
And then as my action, I reach out a hand and my eyes look a bit sort of eldritch with spellcraft. And I tap into a dark side of myself. And using one of my 3rd level slots, I bestow a curse on her.
Okay.
So
Curse you.
she must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. Or be
Okay.
cursed.
Wisdom 14 plus 7, 21.
Unfortunately, she will succeed, so it's not going to do anything.
Okay.
But I will then move. I'll
Time's almost
try to
up.
like.
What do you
Yeah,
wanna do?
I'll try to. Well, I'm trying to tell you.
Sorry.
I'll move and take cover behind one of the columns.
Okay, we'll go to the closest one, which would be over here. Hopefully you can still see, and Otto's hiding. Just because you can't see it on the stream, I'll put it over this one. Okay, you're hiding in the back column there. All right, Seville,
Yes.
you're up.
Mindhammer.
Okay,
DC 14 Constitution.
that's 21.
All right. What's the distance between me and her? I'm going to fire a crossbow at her.
I'd say 60 feet.
All right. Shit.
And it's at this point that I remind
You can move
that
though if you want.
Yeah, I'm running up and I'm moving to the column.
You have a bardic inspiration, which is a D8, just to remind you.
Awesome. I'm going to move up. So I'm running to the column, let's say right to the bottom right of her. So at the 4 o'clock spot.
4 o'clock. Okay, like
So let's say the cent. Yeah. So see where she is. Yeah, you got it. Straight across.
Yep.
No, one more. Next one.
We're on delay. I think that's
Yeah, right there. Ball.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on. So, and I'm firing a crossbow.
okay. Go ahead.
That's a 3. I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration. That's an 8. That makes it 11. Hand crossbow plus 7 is 15.
11 plus 7's 18.
So 11, sorry, 18.
I was like, no.
I'm glad they're not checking with me.
That does not hit. So
Okay, I'm tucking around the back of the post and
What?
okay. All right, and that's your turn. All right, Erisette, you're up.
Okay.
Shit, boys.
So I
Boys
am
and
now
girls,
going
let's
to
get it
cast
on.
Mannequin Warrior on this girl.
Okay.
And I say, okay, you asked for it. Let's see what else I can do to you. And I get a natural 1.
No.
But don't I have advantage because she's all tangled up?
No,
She's not
out of
tangled
it.
She
anymore.
destroyed those magically by herself.
Don't I
teleported.
have advantage because I want it?
No. Sorry.
But it made the terrain difficult, which is okay. We could talk about that.
I mean, the vines are still the vines are still there. She teleported. She didn't move out of them. She teleported, so they just dropped.
So I basically roll a 1 and then it's just really awkward and I'm like, oh. Like I go to like put my bow in and I'm like poing and it makes like a boing and then I play it off like I meant to. I'm like, happy trails.
All
I'll
right.
be back. I'm gonna try again later.
fucker.
And then I just like go hide behind a column because I'm like,
I started a trend. Yay.
All right, and is Planar Warrior? I mean, you're almost out of time, but do you still usually get 2 bow attacks, right? Or is
Yeah.
that
I don't
casting?
get to
Is that a
roll-
bonus
well,
action?
okay. Do I get to roll? Yeah, I guess I could try that.
Oh,
yeah,
it's actually
okay.
not. It's no, it is. It is.
You get multi-attack, so you
All right,
get to
so
attack
then
twice.
I realize that, and I hide behind the column, and I'm like, wait, a sneak, I'll surprise her. Is it a sneak attack? Because she's a surprise.
No.
You know,
No, you don't even have
Not a-
sneak attack. You
Girl.
don't even have.
I
don't know
this.
what's happening
Crazy
tonight.
Combat,
It's not-
crazy
it's-
combat has made everybody.
I know you lose your mind. That's it. That's what
I
you
know I
get.
asked this
It's
before,
fine,
but are
it's
you
fine. I
on
got a
drugs?
17.
This is why
got
we
a
created it. folks.
17
This is why
misses.
we
So,
created it.
in your indecisiveness, you run over and you're like, oh wait, I can get sneak attack too, and you fire, and that bow just arrow just streaks
if
off.
Somebody could get sneak
So
attack.
embarrassed. And I just,
oh.
honestly, I like sit behind the column, like Indian style, like, or not Indian style, but cross catty, you know, and I'm like,
You do?
I am, I'm like, and I'm like, I'm so annoyed.
I love it. Petulance at its best.
Love it. Okay. Dagmara, you are up.
Okay. I look at this thing. I look at the clouds around me, which are like brimming with electricity. And as the electricity glistens in my eye, I kind of give it a mischievous look, and I look at her, and I just like clap my hands together and create this 4-inch diameter chromatic orb. that I'm about to cast on her.
Nice.
Chromatic.
Chromatic. That's like brimming with like a bunch of electricity. So I'm gonna hit her with lightning right now. This
Oh.
is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So for that purpose, I'm gonna roll first. I mean, and what I'm gonna do after, sorry, what I'm gonna do right after I do that, I'm literally, I hit her and I just book it in the opposite direction to hide behind
Okay.
one of the columns, and I literally like spin around it, like almost catch myself, almost fall.
Okay. Here,
Hold on there.
I'll put you out a little bit so you can
Oh,
see where you
and
are.
is question, is anyone on my way? Where is Otto right now? Who's the closest to me, actually?
Otto,
tippy top.
nobody other than Snack, nobody was close to you.
Okay. Snack's gonna probably attack. Who is there anyone that I'm passing on my way to the column
No.
closest that I can go to?
I mean, if you want to go to another column, you could aim for Erisette, or you could aim for Otto if
Okay.
you want to.
No, I can aim for a reset. That's fine. I'll just go
Okay.
to a reset
Yeah.
and literally just
Same
imbue
distance.
her with yes, as my bonus action. I'll just imbue her with Dragon's Breath.
Okay. All right.
Also,
All right. So
like,
that's your
swing
turn.
around
So,
her and just,
so tell me what you got for the attack.
attacks here. I'm gonna use the D&D Beyond. I got.
Yeah, it's a crit machine.
Yeah.
It is
Let's,
a crit machine. Pretty amazing. Okay, and this is 7 plus 7, 14.
14 does not hit, I'm afraid. So.
Dang it!
I think in your haste to like fire off this spell and then run, you kind of, just pulled your shoulder a little bit and you just fire this off and you see it go right by and she just watches it go off and looks back at you.
Scared. Maybe that's why I slipped on the way around the column. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, shoot.
exactly.
Like, whew.
It's intimidating. This massive
Okay.
figure floating with wings. And Tabitha.
That was almost exciting.
Let's see. Sorry. No, it's her, and then Tabitha. All right. So she looks at all of you. Let me start my own timer. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And let me see. Not going to use a legendary action yet. We're going to. Sort of used one, by the way. The teleport was a legendary action.
Damn.
All right, so Tabitha is on her back. Doesn't seem to even respond to you, Tabitha. Looks down Seville. Once again.
Wait, I'm behind the pillar, so.
Yeah. So she's gonna. She knows where you are, though.
Okay.
Hold on. And she's flying in the air, so. I'm gonna say you can move around to keep half cover, though.
Okay.
So
yeah,
she's
because
gonna.
that was my whole point in making.
So that's 21. And what do you, if you have half cover, what's your AC?
It's +2 to AC.
+2 to AC, so I mean that makes me 19.
Damn. All right.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Owie.
I've rolled so many 2s and 1s on damage.
Thank goodness.
I know. Okay. It's only 18 points of piercing damage this time because I rolled so badly. As she
but I'm
flaps
taking.
around. And as you try to move around the column, it just sticks you right in the shoulder. Oh.
Right. I'm
And
using
again.
I'm using uncanny dodge and cutting it in half.
Got it. Okay.
Yes, you are. With that uncanny dodge.
All right, and she's just floating there as she looks at all of you. Tabitha, you're up.
Okay, I had readied an attack. I'm going to stab her
Yep.
in the Achilles heel with my blink dagger, which is in my hand.
All this Achilles stuff.
I love it.
It feels very Greek.
Yeah.
We don't have time for jokes and explanations, okay?
Roll your attack.
Get that Achilles heel.
Time's a ticking, I suppose.
Okay, I rolled a 9. And what is my thing called? An attack. It is a blink dagger. 9 + 6. That's 15.
15. So you're right there. You're holding on to her, and she's flying around, and you're kind of like one hand holding on, the other hand you're stabbing her, and it's like hitting the boot and glancing off, and like putting like marks on the boot, but it doesn't seem to be penetrating.
That's fine. I'm going to use my cunning action for fast hands. I'm going to shimmy up her body.
Okay, cool. All right. So and the wings are like coming together as and you see the joint. You manage to kind of get up right behind her head. All right. Anything else you want to do?
Wow.
I am readying another attack with my blink dagger for
okay.
her throat. The part of the throat that like knocks you out.
Okay. All right. And do you want
quadruple critical? Okay, a quadruple critical.
That's your turn. What do you would like Snacky to do this turn? Anything?
Snacky is going to be in not the area that is difficult terrain, but right underneath us in case I fall to catch me. And Snack is gracefully readying the ability to catch me so that I do not fall.
I love it. I'll put it this way so everybody can see. Okay. Snack is readying. Perfect.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's great. Otto, you are up.
Yes.
I'm
Dobby.
up, eh? All right. I am going to peep out from the column, and as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Hex.
Ooh, okay.
When you place a curse on the creature, it deals an extra 1d6 necrotic damage when I hit them. And it also says choose one ability when you cast the spell. The target has disadvantage
Oh, nice.
on ability checks made with that ability. So I'll say, let's say strength, because I'm assuming swinging the sword, that kind of thing.
Okay.
I'll choose strength. And then I will, as my action, shoot 2 Eldritch Blast beams
Okay.
through the air at her. So I'll roll for those.
Nice.
And that's going to basically be my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first one is an 18 plus 8.
Oh,
So,
definitely hits.
yeah, okay, good. The second one Is a 9 plus 8, 17.
That one does not. But your first one, you come out and you just release this energy, and she's actually has her back to you, and you see it just hit. Oh, almost hits Tabitha. She just happened to scamper up out of the way, so it blasts into her back, and she kind of turns, her eyes glowing, and she's kind of just casually looking at all of you.
16 force damage.
16. Nice rolls.
10 and a 6. Yeah, not
good job.
Shab.
Not too shab at all. Seville,
Wow.
you are up.
Oh,
Oh,
let me double check something.
All right, I'm not on the clock, right?
no.
It's
no.
a D6.
Oh wait, wasn't I supposed to get sneak attack last time? We didn't really. Whatever, it's fine.
No,
We can
I
do it
did.
next
I
time.
did.
No, I don't
did
think so, but
everything
hold
right.
on. I'm going to double check, because I'll still give it to you.
Some of the damage was necrotic. That I don't know if that matters.
Let me see.
From
if-
the hex.
No.
Okay.
No. So it
that's
applies. It just straight applies.
Then yeah, that's fine. That's the only thing I wanted to check.
Okay. All right, Seville.
Mindhammer.
Okay.
Hammer.
Come on down
Oh.
to my level, sweetheart. Come on down.
That's a crit, dude.
Wow.
That's the
will,
first one I've rolled on these sandstone dice in a while.
All right,
Oh,
she's
good for you, man.
Oh, thanks,
good
man.
for you.
20 feet up. I'm going to run.
So it's like, note to self, abscond with the sandstone dice.
No, usually it rolls like crap. I've almost gotten rid of it.
I'll take them.
All right.
So glad you hung on to it.
All right, Seville, I'm pausing for the hell of that, but go ahead.
All right, okay,
You've been
no
trying to
problem.
talk.
I'm running up, firing my crossbow bolts at her, and turning around the corner.
Which way, left or right? To the bottom or to the top?
Yeah, I'm just going to run up to get in range of the crossbow, fire it, which I missed, and I'm retreating back and going around the column again to hide.
The same one?
Yeah, same column.
Okay, we have you back here. All right.
A little circle.
Okay. Thanks, Seville. Erisette, you are up.
All right, now I'm behind the thing. I've
Yeah.
had my moment, and like Rambo style, I like ready myself, and I cast Zephyr Strike, and I increase my walking speed, and I kind of start running around the columns, but where she can't see me, and I speed up, and then I start to float up, so I'm behind her, and hopefully she doesn't even see me, and then I shoot point blank at the back of her head with my bow and arrow.
And I just like duck out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. As Tabitha is right there. Go ahead and roll your attack. I'm going to say, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to say you probably get, well, here, put you on this glass. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Okay, yeah.
Okay, like whew, and she doesn't even see me coming. And do I get an advantage because she doesn't see me coming? And whatever.
No, I mean, she was looking right at you as you ran around, so she knows you're there. You're not stealthing.
Strike, baby. Zephyr Strike is like I move like the wind.
Right. You move,
Right.
but you don't go invisible. You just move like you're like Jedi running.
Erisette really loves
I
getting
can't wait till
I know,
there's
Jesus.
something invisible.
Fine.
It must be the way you must imagine this whole campaign, a bunch of invisible people just kind of
I love
moving
it,
through a
though.
story.
I really want to be invisible.
I
We'll
know.
ultimately get it.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
15
Leading up to
is not
something.
enough for this
Nope.
thing.
You have
but
two.
I
You have
thought-
two attacks though.
Make another one.
Yeah, my second one's a 2. So thanks.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Hang in there, clan. Hang in there.
Yeah. So that does not work, and I think it even surprises you how quickly you run, and you're not used to these boots, and you run up into the sky, and you're like, whoa, my God, I'm here, and you fire, and you miss both of them. Luckily, not
Whoa.
no nat
Oh,
ones.
and
Or,
Erisette.
They would've hit-
Erisette, you have the dragon's breath.
I do. What do you mean?
You have dragon's
I
breath.
imbued you with it.
When? You did?
When I
but
came
you
around the
used it.
column, I was like, whoop.
Oh,
I
thank
touched
you.
it.
So my-
I literally just
so
like,
then-
whoops,
so
fine.
I'm like, whoa, I'm like shit.
All right.
And I go, ah,
Next time, next time you can do that.
Next time.
Because you gotta remember, Dagmara, you're up.
Okay, I think we need justice for Erised now.
Justice for Erised next
We need
hashtag. I'm
justice for
taking
Erised.
5 seconds of my time to demand justice for Erised. With 55 seconds left, I'm going to feel the hairs on my arm raise up as I start with another chromatic orb, and I just like gravely come up from behind this freaking column. I'm like, come on. And just like boom. And this time I'm gonna use empowered spell just in case I don't roll properly. So I'm gonna roll a few times.
Okay.
So essentially what I want to do after I hit and then I'll roll, I'll do a little I'll hit and then I'll just run to the next column.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
So roll, you got a +7, or you can just click on it and it'll roll it for you.
I'll just click and see what happens. All right, I got an 18 + 7, that's 25.
That hits. Nice.
Yes. And then my damage is lightning. That's 5d8. And I might use the empowered spell on
Let's go! 5d8
All right, I'm gonna do,
empower,
let's see.
baby.
This first one is 22. I'm gonna roll another 4 times just to see which one's the best out of 5.
Wow, okay.
Because of my empowered spell. So I got 22 for the first one.
Okay.
We got 23 for the second one. We got 24 for the third one.
Nice.
We have 20 for the fourth one.
Amazing.
And a whopping 18 for the fifth one. I'm going to use the 18. Just kidding. I'm going to use a 24.
Okay.
And that's what we're going to hit with this thing. And I'll be like, as I hurl swords around, like, I'm sorry, Tabby, duck!
And
a giant orb of electricity.
Yeah, and you see it
Tabby
just like,
Sarah's probably like, whoop.
and it just blasts like out of, you leap out of the column, you fire, you hit her, just all this electricity like shooting over her body, and you can see Maddie's like, whoa.
Let's go.
Like,
I'm not letting go.
No, you're
hair
fine.
is just like
Yeah, it's like some singeing, and you could tell like this definitely hurt. Nice. Okay. And then you duck. You want to go to the next column, so we'll put you over here.
Just strategically dug behind the next column.
Okay.
Out of her sight. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. This is off the clock. I just want to tally up this damage.
We need like a shot clock.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
We need like an embedded shot clock. When I say we need, I kind of also mean we don't need.
I might do. Do you really want it?
No.
I love it. Okay.
Insist.
Great work. Okay. See, the good thing about this method is that I have to do all this stuff, and then it's my turn, and I'm like, oh, I haven't looked what I'm going to do, but that's the way I'm playing it. So my timer is started.
You really like the timer, so you should just have one, and then it can be like an opt-in thing.
Yes.
Nope.
Often.
Okay. Okay. Let's see who it's gonna target. Man, Tabitha just completely ignores you as she's going to float down to the ground, landing on the vine, so she's in difficult terrain.
You bet your ass she is.
And she just moves so that
But
she
I
can
guess
see.
So am I? No.
No, because you're on top of her. Actually, you're fine. Seville, roll a Constitution saving throw.
13.
You poke out just to see where she's at, and you can see she's moved around so she can see you, and her eyes start glowing brighter and brighter, and they just shoot out this energy at you, and it hits you, and you're like, oh god, you can't see.
Laser eyes.
You are blinded.
Oh no, great.
Wait, why would I look out?
It doesn't matter. She can see you. I'm saying she moves so she can see you.
Okay.
She's got, trust me on the angles, she's at an angle where she can see you. You don't have to look out. I was just trying to add some flavor there. She can see you. So you're within her range, and she targeted you, and you failed your save. So you are blinded until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
All right, and that's her action. All right, Tabitha,
This
you are
thing is
up.
strong.
Okay, so I had readied a attack with my dagger.
Yep. And now you're gonna go for the
And-
throat.
I'm going for a specific part of the throat, a stab on the side of the throat.
Okay.
I can't wait.
Okay. So roll it. I'm
You can
assuming?
roll it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That was 12.
No. So, you go to stab, and you're right there. You literally can't miss. You're on her, and the blade hits her neck, and you just like, it's not piercing the skin.
Got it.
Oh,
Can I use my cantrip, produce flame?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna flame shoot at her.
Oh well.
Let's
let
do
me see.
in her face. I'm gonna like grab my arms around her and
eye.
then just like. "Ah!"
An eye for an eye. You blind our friend, we blind you.
Okay, I'm gonna let you do it. You shouldn't be able to because I wasn't thinking because you've already used an action to attack.
An
But go ahead.
action?
I'm gonna go ahead and say you can do it because I already said it. So
Because justice for Maddie.
that's
you're right. Yeah.
It's overdue.
Yeah.
Okay, so
justice
this
being
is my
served.
first time producing flame. I'm assuming I roll.
You roll and add 5 to it.
Okay, so that's a 15.
Yeah, so you try to stab, it doesn't work, and you just fire erupts out of your hand, and you're shocked. Like it passes around her, doesn't seem to hurt her.
Oh boy.
Her AC is higher than that, so
Seriously.
Yeah, we caught it.
Well, someone should do an illustration of like the juxtaposition of Tabby and the giant thing, and Tabby just on the neck.
I know, just like
see this
all right.
as an illustration. That's a cool thing.
You are, however, it is on the ground. It's Snack's turn. If you'd like Snack to do something, she's right there.
So Snack is gonna go for a pounce attack, and I'm
Okay.
assuming that the vines are not a disadvantageous terrain for Snack, a swamp cat.
No, I mean, she's on the edge anyway, so she would just avoid it. She's fine.
Okay, so we're gonna go for a pounce, and Snack rolls a 16. Do you add anything to it?
I think we were adding a +6 for that.
Okay, so that would be good.
I kind of just made that up, but we're gonna go for it right now. We're gonna. We need to.
16
Apparently,
plus 6.
we need more stats for Snack. Yeah. So the pounce actually works. So tell me what happens.
Amazing. So Snack slashes into the bottom of her torso, and maybe even accidentally, like you know, I'm bleeding from the ankle now because my foot was dangling down there too, and I'm like, ah! And then I don't know, it hits her.
Yeah. Well, the pounce actually, if she fails the, well, that hits. Hold on. I gotta do a strength save to see if she gets knocked prone. That's the whole thing with the pounce.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I might have failed that. I rolled really bad, but she's got a lot of strength. Oh wait, she has disadvantage.
Because of the terrain.
Thanks to no, because of auto.
Because of my hex.
Oh, wait,
Let's go.
I wrote it in huge letters so I wouldn't forget, because I always forget.
You are hexed.
Lit a nat 1.
You are hexed.
That's what this die usually
So
does.
she's down.
Yeah, so she fails that. Even with her, she's got a strong bonus, but
You're down.
Snack
You are
just
down.
surprises her. You see, she has this kind of aloof nature as she's attacking everybody. Doesn't seem concerned at all. And then all of a sudden, Snack's like, and just pounces on her back, almost hitting you as she just barrels into the side, and boom, you see this
And I
angel.
just shout out, I'm like, nicely done, Snack. A sneak attack.
A snacky attack. Boom. Knocked over. Well done. All right. Seville. I mean, sorry.
All right.
No,
Otto,
sorry.
right?
Otto. Otto's up.
I rush up, my rapier drawn, when I see that Snack has pinned her, and I'm like,
Nice.
ah, there we are, knowing I'll have an advantage against this prone deity. And I will stab at her with trust, my +1 rapier.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
Zoom in so we can see a bit better.
19.
Oh, 19 misses.
Oh, wait, I didn't
Oh.
roll with advantage. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta roll one more time. No,
Come on.
it's even lower. It's
Oh.
even lower. So I will miss, and
So yeah, you bring the sword down, and she's already starting
Yeah.
to. Suddenly, her actions look a little bit more concerned, and she's twisting, starting to stand up, and just happens to, your blade just happens to miss.
yep, and I will continue moving toward behind, let's say, another one of the columns again. I kind of just drive-by attack it.
Yeah.
And I'll use my bonus action to...
I think you could probably.
You already have one, right, Seville? But you already used one.
What?
Bardic Inspiration.
I did,
I'll
I
give it
did.
to Erisette.
Okay, great.
And I say to her, strike while the iron's hot, or while the goddess is down, however you want to look at it.
I love it.
All right, Seville.
Yeah, you have
All
a
right.
D8 that you
So-
can add.
Otto, you didn't quite make it to the column. Oh no, go back wide. Because you came from the far side, but you're headed toward this column for protection.
Okay.
So you're right here if you look on the screen. All right, Seville, you're up.
All right, so last thing I know, she was basically there. I got blinded, and I'm charging to where she is. And I've measured my steps. I know the distance. I have disadvantage on the attack. I'm blind, but I'm coming in full throttle with my rapier in front of me. So I'm not making a slash, but I have it braced against my chest, and I'm just going to drive it into her.
Well, you
You're
know,
jousting.
you have advantage and disadvantage
Yeah.
at the same time.
We'll do a
now.
straight roll.
Yep.
And luckily, it's a large creature.
Yeah, and I've got sneak attack because it's right there. So that misses big time.
No.
Dang.
Yeah.
So
Probably.
you just see this, you see me blind just coming right by and just going right by. Large out, I'm like, yes! And I just keep
just
running.
keep going.
He's
All right.
stabbing into one of the vines.
We'll
He
say
thinks
you're-
it's her head. He's like, yeah!
Yeah. He's like, ah, running across, and you never feel that impact. You're like, shit.
I
Shit.
just say, carry on my word.
All right. All right, that's your turn. And as your turn ends, you're
And I'm dropping prone.
dropping prone. Okay. All right.
Oh, that's weird.
So you're now prone, and as you drop down, vision comes back to you, and you can see again. All right, Erisette, you're up.
All right, this time I'm going back again with Zephyr Strike, and I'm determined this time. So again, I do it. I move like the wind again. I get my momentum, and as I'm going higher and closer to her, I use my moon boots, and I go straight at her.
Well, she's on the ground. She's prone on the ground right now.
Oh, she's prone on the ground. But then, okay. Well, so then I just dive bomb onto her, and I'm like going straight onto her, like, yeah, take that.
Okay, and you have advantage on this. So,
Erisette the Valkyrie.
But not because of my inspiration, just because Zephyr Strike gives me advantage.
well, also because she's on the ground. So,
And so, okay. So does that mean I get 2 advantages?
no, double advantage.
Double advantage.
Double.
Not a
Okay,
thing.
okay.
Not a thing.
So, but that's okay. It is a 21.
Yes,
No,
it is.
22.
Oh, 22 hits. Yep.
Finally, I'm like, ah.
All right.
Yeah. So I plunge the rapier into her on that. No, I don't. That's an arrow. So I'm like flying down towards her, and I'm
Oh.
plowing my arrow right into her.
Yep.
The first one, and I'm gonna use my other one.
You are 15 seconds over, and I've not been paying attention. So I'm gonna say you
That's
get
okay.
your first attack in. Roll your damage.
It's 10. But it's not 10, it's more than that because I've got my Zephyr Strike. So it's
you
10
are.
plus my 1d8 additional damage. So hold on. Okay, that's 13 of damage.
13.
No, yeah. And come on, man. I got my other arrow.
This poor girl's losing her multi-attack. We
Yeah,
can barely
gotta
hit
hit
this
it
thing.
quick.
That's guys. It's the same. It's the same every time. You got a minute. We're trying it. We're doing it. We're doing it for now.
Let's go.
All right.
13
Get it
damage.
together, folks.
All right.
So that's it. I'm stuck on top of her now.
Yeah, with your sword, just pull it out of her. All right, Dagmara, you're up.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Tabby and Urset are there already, right? Where she is?
Yes,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
Okay.
still like wrapped around her.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I just like walk out and I'm gonna join my ladies over there and I take out that freaking venomous dagger. I just flip it around and I say, all right, ladies, let's finish her. And I just like once more. Like,
Is this the
probably
girl
kinda, like,
power moment we all have been
Is this the
craving?
girl power
It
moment?
is
I'm
all
like,
all
ladies,
three.
Girl power.
I'm like,
Ready?
let's zoom in and see that. Let's see that action.
Just the whole moment of like a lot of
The girl power
shame
moment.
And
action.
Aracet, did you forget about your dragon breath again?
No, I ran out of fucking time, man.
She didn't even get to shoot her second bow shot, dog.
You guys, that's right. And now you're eating into Gabriella's turn, so I paused it for go. What are you doing?
I just look at them and we're like, yes. And I just like in
Nice.
with that dagger. So here's a question. I don't know if I can pause this, but that's all I want to do is I technically want to stab her. I'm not walking away because there's
Okay.
3 of us right there. We're super strong. Like
Yeah.
that Pepsi commercial with Beyonce and Britney Spears and Pink in
Okay.
the arena. Yeah. And Enrique Iglesias watching.
like
That's my.
that.
So I'm gonna just roll now.
Yeah.
My question.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah,
Here's
just
my
roll.
question.
Yeah.
My question is, we didn't do this last time, but I need to consult. My dagger itself has a +7, and it has 1d4 + 4 piercing damage. But I also, with that, wanted to imbue it with the shocking grasp. So should I double? Can I double roll on that?
No, you can't do that because shocking grasp is a spell,
Just
and that would be
a spell.
yeah. Casting that spell
can't
would be your
imbue.
action, so you can't do both. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Can't-
here's what
can't
I'm gonna
stack
do
it.
because this dagger does have. If there's a Constitution fail, there's DC 15.
Mm-hmm.
If it fails, it takes 2d10 poison damage on top of the damage of the dagger.
Okay.
So that's
so-
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
Well,
hit it
roll
with
your
the dagger
attack.
and try to poison.
Roll your attack. See if it hits, and then I'll.
D Beyond, do not fail me. Oh, that's a 26.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that hits. All
Okay,
right. So
plus the 1d4 + 4, so that is
and
8.
what's the DC?
15.
She failed it.
Hey.
so-
Okay. So right before I hit her, I just like smeared this like thick black poison on this blade and just like didn't even look at her. I just look at her, said and tab and just stab. Okay.
Nice. Give me your damage.
Anyway, it's very very mean. Okay, 2d10. Sorry. Let me just roll this. D10. Rolling once. That was a 1.
Okay.
Oh man.
And rolling again, that was an 8. So total of 9.
Okay. 9 points. Nice. And you
right,
see,
plus
you all
9.
see that it's like starting to show some wear from these attacks. So
Good.
you're definitely getting somewhere.
She's very strong.
Getting somewhere.
It is a god. Let's remember. So
Oh, it is a god.
she stands up. She makes her way. That's half of her movement. And looking at all of you girls here, and Otto, caught in this vicinity, and Seville, who's flat on the ground.
Playing dead, it's an amazing tactic.
She puts her head back, and her hands come out. Her weapon disappears, and she just closes her eyes, and her whole body starts to emit this light. This blinding light comes out. I need Tabitha, Erisette, Dagmara, Snack, and Otto. You're just outside of it, so you don't have to. Roll a
Yeah.
dexterity saving throw for me.
Is her attack or her
Don't
opportunity?
forget, you could also apply your bardic inspiration to this if you want.
Yeah.
Right.
Aracet, right?
Can I use a reaction in this attack?
I think so.
What reaction?
I would like to
Ooh.
use second chance. When a creature you can see hits you with an attack roll, you can use a reaction to force the creature to re-roll.
Oh, well, I
That's a
don't think it's
wonderful-
rolling against you.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay,
not.
well, can I use uncanny dodge instead?
Yes, you can do. Yeah.
And can
Well,
we
but
use
tell me what you
absorb
get
element?
first. Let's see if you even get.
What do I roll? A d20?
It's a dexterity saving throw.
It's at
got
the
a
top
10.
left of your sheet. You're
Yeah.
I do. Mio, okay.
You got a little box. So Tabitha, you have a +6 to your roll.
I got a 10 total.
Oh,
Okay.
What?
That's
but
a fail.
I'm going to use absorb elements.
What do I roll?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Just roll a d20 and add 6.
Oh, okay.
I got a
Obviously,
19.
I'm not hit very often
Okay.
because I don't know how it works. Okay, 6
Nice.
plus 6 is 12.
Okay. Fail. Ariset, you pass. So it is
Really?
18 points of this is actually fire damage as this light comes out and starts to burn your skin. So if you have any fire resistances, this would apply.
Yes, I do,
And,
as a matter of fact.
Tabitha, you take half because you've uncanny dodged it.
Okay.
And Ariset, you take half because you
You said how much did
Because
you
you
say it was
saved.
originally? I'm sorry, I don't remember.
I take anything?
yeah, you
take
take half. You take half damage because you.
So what was the damage again?
What did I say? I think I said
It was like
Said 18, so half is
18 or
9,
16?
folks.
Okay.
18, yeah.
Is 9.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so
okay. Yes.
I can't. This is look. This whole idea is that it makes combat frenetic and crazy, and I barely can think straight. So it's definitely working,
Yeah.
at least on me.
Good.
Well,
Yeah.
I wanna definitely cast my absorb elements.
Yeah, you can.
so I
That's a
think-
reaction,
I think
so
I
you
got
could do that.
okay,
I got a
Queen.
total of 14 because I have to cast for it to roll for it.
I don't think you did.
No.
Well,
Let me.
there's like a no, I don't. Okay.
I don't think so. Hold
You
on.
just
Let me.
do
It just says it captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect and storing it for your next melee attack.
Yeah, it just happens.
resistance.
You don't have to roll
Okay,
for
it just happens. Okay, what's the
Yeah.
roll thing then? 3d6.
That's if you were to hit it with the extra energy that you've
Oh,
absorbed.
Oh,
getting all
for
the
next
love.
time. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
Now, Jed, since
Yes.
we're right on top of this angel, don't we get an opportunity attack too?
Oh yeah,
No,
do we get a
only
reaction?
only if she moves out of your radius, and she's not. She's staying right there. Just
So, how much damage do I
Wait,
take?
so I can't breathe on her? Come on, like I can breathe
You
on
have to
her.
hit her to deal
it's
the extra damage.
it's just not your turn. Like you took your action.
alright.
This is her turn, and this is what she's done on it.
All right.
All right, and she's. I'm like minutes over mine, so I'm not going to do anything else on this turn. Tabitha,
How
you were
much
up.
damage?
Okay, where am I now?
9. You are right in front of. Oh no, actually, you're still on her. It's a good
Back?
question.
Yeah,
If, I would say if you want, you can still be on her back, or you could drop to the ground when she fell prone. It's up to you.
ideally, I would like to still be on her back,
Yeah, I think it's fine.
and I would like to use my cunning action first to shimmy up onto her shoulders, pull out my rapier, and then like rapier her skull, like through the skull.
Oh, okay,
Just
all right.
skull split her.
Oh, skull split. All right. And actually,
Best way to use his name.
Tabitha, that's interesting. If you stayed on her back and she stood up, she wouldn't have been able to see you, so she couldn't have targeted you with that spell. So you can add those hit points back in.
Yes, that's what I live for.
That's justice for Maddie.
That's justice for Maddie. Now you're equal. No more justice for Maddie.
Wait, that's because she was on her back, or
Yeah,
because she-
because the spell requires the creature to see.
I was on her back too.
We were all stacked up on her back like,
were-
like a Tonga
You were
turtle.
stabbing her, but you weren't holding on to her. When she
Yeah,
stood
we're
up,
doing-
you were still
We're doing
standing.
her prison.
Okay, I rolled a 14
Don't fight me or you're getting disadvantage.
for the rapier plus 6, 14 plus 6.
20?
20.
Yes, correct. Did I hit?
20.
Did it
Wait,
work?
So 20 just misses, but you have advantage.
What?
You have advantage. So roll again because you have teammates all around this creature.
Heavy. Yes. Yes.
How did 20 miss?
Well, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, that
It's
was
an
a
AC of
12.
21.
12 plus
Because it's a big beast.
Because it's a fucking god, guys.
It's a bingo.
Guys.
God, it's a god.
Yeah.
God, y'all, I'm hunting around. I'm hunting.
Okay, I'm staying on her shoulders, and
Okay.
I will, in Snack's turn,
I've
Good.
just been waiting for you for like 5 turns to do this with your turn. To her.
Snack is going for a bite attack
Okay.
Oh.
Roll.
onto her left calf.
Ooh, so specific. I like it.
Oh, that's painful.
Goddess.
Nice.
Then we
Okay.
should specify. We can only specify very specific body parts. We gotta start doing that.
It's 15.
15. Yeah, that misses. So
Oh my
I think Snack goes up and like, I just can't. The boots. Maybe it's something with these golden boots. Maddie's done. She's out. Okay. Otto, you're up, dude.
Okay, I am going to try and stab her with my +1 magical rapier just as raiders come in.
Oh, hello, Legend of the Table. Welcome to the game. Hello. We're having some crazy ass combat. That's literally giving me heart
Yes.
palpitations.
Yeah. Stay with us. You could see a heart attack on
You
air.
could, yeah. Stay tuned.
The very creator of this timer is about to go down with the ship.
That's right.
I have it.
That's how good it is.
Her being prone, but you know what, man? My highest of my advantage rolls was a 17, which I know is not gonna hit. So I will merely duck behind a column.
Okay, you can definitely make it this time.
Yep.
You over here. Okay.
And I'm just like, somehow, even after dogpiling her down prone, my sword just can't seem to find purchase in her. And I, once again, use a bonus action to pass a bardic inspiration, this time to Seville.
Oh yeah. It's
And I
coming.
say,
Okay.
come on, Edgeguard.
All right. And again, you are whittling her down. She's looking like there's damage that is apparent, which is a good thing for this creature.
Oh, that's
So,
good. I didn't think we hit it yet.
oh, you've hit it a ton. You've actually
yeah.
done a fair amount of damage. Yeah, you're
Oh,
more than 100
a few
points of damage
times.
so far.
Good.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I didn't even realize we'd done over 100.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't. I thought we did like 15.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Let me add it back up.
Yeah, roll back the tape, guys.
Yeah.
Just roll. We gotta
back.
review.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Like a
Hey, I'll
manager
take
in
it,
the
I'll
NFL.
take
We're
it.
All right,
calling it
Seville,
a
what are you
play
doing?
Review.
I just
All right,
started your
I'm getting
timer.
Getting back up, and I'm charging this lady of war.
You've got lots of advantage here.
Am driving. It's booming blade time, and I'm coming full on.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Power overwhelming, and I'm driving in my blades.
All right. Rolled advantage.
It's a booming blade.
Just it's not happening tonight. Not feeling it. Not feeling it at all.
At
Bardic
advantage?
Inspiration, baby.
Oh, yeah.
You got Bardic Inspiration, my dude.
All right,
Let's
21.
Go.
21 just hits. There you go.
Good.
Gosh. Thank you, Otto, my friend.
You guys
Right.
would suck so much without me. I mean, this is
Okay.
unreal.
True.
So, Durabagol, my dark cord pierces into her side. That is all right. So that's 13. Booming blade.
Yep.
Add another 7. That's 20.
Booming blade.
And now sneak attack.
Yeah,
that is
give me all of it.
9. That's 29.
29 total?
29.
29 total.
Heal.
Damn. Okay.
Does she look disheveled?
Yeah, she does.
And I'm moving around to the back of her.
Okay. You were actually, I already put you at her back.
Okay.
So you're all flanked around, you're literally grouped around her.
Let's all just dogpile her.
At her feet. Yeah. Okay.
Grab her wings.
All right, Erisette. You are up. You have
Okay, so you
advantage
have
on
Dragon's
any
Breath.
attack.
Yes.
And go.
And have Dragon's
Okay,
Breath.
so I'm casting my
thank
hunter's
you,
mark
son.
on this woman. Okay, and so I'm going at her with my bow and arrow yet again. I am right near her, but I'm aiming for the head as best I can, just viciously ending this. Okay, so I get a 17 on my first one, but I'm sure that doesn't cut it, right?
Nope.
So I roll again with advantage this time. Oh, jeez, I don't. That's fine, but I'm rolling again with my other arrow.
Breath weapon.
Okay.
You have your dragon breath.
Oh, well, I
You're
can do that.
literally on your
Yes.
back, right?
Okay, this time I do it. I got a 20
Okay.
And I'm close to her still, so I also, for extra measure, I go, take that, and I, with my dragon breath on her.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
So what? Roll your damage. You can roll all your damages.
Hey.
And you're almost out of time. Are you going to stay there when this is over? Or do you want to move?
I'm gonna just skedaddle quite a way to a pillar,
Okay.
like 30 feet. After I've blown all over her with my breath.
She
and
will
I
have an
run-
opportunity attack on you. Are you okay with that?
Oh, well, then I don't. Then I stay
Okay.
right near her.
Okay.
In fact, I jump on her back. Let's
Okay.
just make that clear. I'm on her back after that.
Everyone's on her back.
And I
Okay.
start to pull her hair.
Okay, that's rude.
It's getting like,
that's a girl
I'm right
fight.
here. I'm right here.
it's getting nasty.
That's
Yeah.
a girl
Yeah.
fight.
One day in a
It's like,
future
ow,
tavern. One day in a
girl.
future. I was gonna say one day in a future tavern we'll be drunk and going. Remember when you pulled a god's hair?
Yeah, I do. Okay,
What if you
so
have that hair? I wonder what it does.
so that was and an extra 1d6. So that's 5 plus an extra 1d6.
Yeah. Just give me your full total.
My full total is a 7 of damage on this.
Lucky number 7.
7 total for everything.
Yeah, because my first one didn't hit, and so the second one did.
You don't have to shame her about it, dude.
Well, no, it just can't be right because you have one arrow that hit, and the breath weapon.
Well, what does the breath weapon do? How much damage is that?
3d10.
And what do I roll for it?
I think she rolls a save. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, I think you're
It's
actually
It's a
right.
3d10.
But the thing is, I think
is
it
a
covers
save.
an area, so
That's true too. Hold on, let me look at
You might want
let
to
me-
take
let
a
me look at
look
it.
at that.
Dragon's breath. Yeah, 15
It's
foot,
like
a
a
15-foot cone. Although
You're gonna crush everybody. But
I
that's
mean-
funny. That's D&D.
Does it
baby.
affect allies?
it depends because this creature
Yeah.
is like twice the height of all of you. So there you could you could shoot up as long as you don't hit
Even at a
Tabitha.
You could shoot like.
I
a
told
little
you I was
down.
very
Wait,
point
is
blank.
Tabitha on her back still?
Yeah, Tabitha's up at her neck. So if you just
Yeah.
focus on her back, like where her wings are, I'm gonna say like it's just gonna
Right.
blast into her. It's not gonna go around. It's
Her
just gonna.
little scapula.
Tabby's
Well, I'm
like legs
right
are
at
like,
her back.
Yeah, I climb back next to
I'm right
Tabby,
there.
and then I blow all over this girl.
All right. Well,
Stop.
she gets a dex save. So let me see if she gets.
But I think because she's prone.
No, she's not
and
prone
people
anymore.
are on
She's
top
Not
of her-
prone anymore.
She's not prone.
Oh.
She's standing.
I was gonna say that might affect
What's the
it.
saving throw? What she needs?
I guess we go off Dagmara's.
That's all Dagmar's.
Let's
15?
see. 15.
I think it was 15.
Okay.
She's got a pretty
Yes,
wicked.
But she's
15.
hexed, right? So she's at disadvantage, right?
Not on dex.
Okay.
No, it's only on strength.
Okay.
That's what she's cursed.
Oh, but roll a 4 plus a 6 is 10, so she fails.
Yes. So tell me what to roll.
It is 3d6.
Woohoo! Yes. Okay. I've got 7 so
Ooh.
far. Plus 6, that's 13.
Yes.
Plus 2, that's 15. Come on.
Well, 3D.
Plus 6, 19 damage on this girl.
19?
right now.
Damn.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
But wait, how is 3d6 19?
No, I had 7 from my bow.
Oh. Oh, that screwed me up. Okay.
Sweetness.
Okay, yeah.
So, okay, so it's
I
12.
was so confused. I was like, I love this, but are you sure?
but
I'm right.
okay,
Close or distance?
you screwed me up on that one, but okay. So it's 19 total. So 12 for
Yeah.
the breath weapon. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
As you just unleash this, and it just eats into her back, right where her wings connect, and you see the feathers just kind of burn and shrivel off of her, and she's like not looking aloof anymore. Now she's looking over her shoulder at both of you and looking pissed. Dagmara, you are up.
Pissed. Okay, before you start the timer, where am I? Am I still on the
You're
ground?
right
Am I
in front of
on
her.
neck?
You're literally right in front of her.
On the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing, amazing. Okay, all I'm gonna do is I'm literally gonna take.
move
Can
this.
my question? Can I stack my absorb elements energy that I absorbed and combine it with the shocking grasp
It says the first time you hit with a melee attack.
with a
on your
melee
turn.
attack, and shocking
Yeah.
grasp requires
Oh, I
like
think
a melee
maybe
attack.
it is a melee attack. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Shocking-
shocking grasp
Shocking
requires.
grasp
You
would
make
be-
a melee attack, don't you? To do it.
Okay, I'm pausing because I'm looking at
spell
this because
It does say you
Yes.
make a melee spell attack against
Spell
the
attack.
target.
it's a melee.
I think you,
Yeah, but you're not
'cause all
taking.
We combine.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna
'cause
allow
you
it
force
because
it.
I
I
mean,
think you're right to do that, Judd, because it says you store it for the next melee attack, which is a
Right.
melee
Yeah.
spell attack is a melee attack.
yeah,
Okay.
I think it's fine.
So in that case,
Kind of like a
thank
booming
you.
blade. So
What
Yeah,
I'm gonna do is I'm
Yeah.
looking at what Erised just did. I'm looking at Tabby over there, and I just like look down at her feet, and I just go like, ah, and I just grab her feet and like start to shake with the fire that comes out of it and the energy that comes from the shocking grasp that
That's
is like
dope,
intensifies. And just like
Okay.
literally grab at her gauntlet, like the bracers, just like hold
And
it
you have
there.
advantage.
yeah,
So
of
yes,
the metal.
correct.
yeah.
So
That's a
Yeah.
good combo.
And you see her eyes just
Right, the only
flare
metal
with
part.
anger, just and powers like crackling off of her. Is this?
well, let's see how much damage. So I'm gonna roll the 3d6 first for the absorb elements to see how much.
Well, I think you got to hit her, right?
Yeah, you got to roll
Oh,
to
right,
see
I'm
if
sorry.
it connects.
That's right. Okay, hold up one
we
sec.
all
Shocking
know
grasp.
gold is an excellent
But
conductor.
you do have advantage, so because she is
you have an-
surrounded by people.
So how is
And 'cause she's
advantage
wearing metal.
applied to this?
Just roll twice.
Roll 2d20s and pick
Oh,
the
just
better
roll
one.
twice. Oh, okay. So one was 7, the other one was 13. So 13 plus 7 is 20.
Nice.
That's the better roll.
Uh-oh.
20. Yeah, 20's not enough. AC's 21. 21.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Does anything?
Fucking
no,
hell.
never mind. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just touch her bracers and just like hold it. Try to do. And look up. Try to do something.
You start to cast, and she's looking down. She's like, you got the sense that you're in a trial. She's not. If she wanted to kill you all, I think she could probably just tap you with her finger and you'd be dead. She's trying something here, but she's looking pissed now. And you go to like wrap your arms and try this, and she just yanks the boot out of your grasp as it like the energy crackles from your fingers, just missing her.
Man, that 2d8 plus 3d6 would have been tasty.
Yeah, that would have.
amazing.
She's
Tasty
definitely
treats.
looking ragged. Is now it's her turn, and
I just wanted to like move away from like I would just roll away and join her set behind her.
Arisette's on her. with me.
Erisa and
she's on
Tabitha
her. Wait,
are
never
on
mind.
her.
That's
Yeah.
right. You're right. I'll go
on
behind
you.
a column if I can.
Okay. So
There's
Climb
like
on her, I don't
girl
know.
on girl action in this.
Yes.
It's hot. You can say it.
How about man?
I'm like, I'm just gonna go here and read my thing about this character.
Yeah.
All right.
Zara said we smack each other on the butt and we get yelled at, and now there's girl on girl action.
But you know, it's
one
girl
yells
on
at
girl
that.
action in the combat.
It's
Yeah.
about the event, okay? It's about
What
Can
were
I make
you?
any,
What were
any
you thinking?
bonus
What
move,
were you-
Judd? Any extra move, like meaning when she pulled her foot back?
that you moved or she moved?
Yeah, just after she reacts, is there anything I can do as an extra move? Right? I can.
You could have, but like I have
Okay,
multiple
that's fine.
minutes on that
Continue.
turn because I forgot to time it, so it's okay. I'm just gonna say that you stay there, yeah. And I'm trying to read what I'm gonna do, and I'm almost out of time here. So
Okay.
she's gonna reach down, and as she's as if she's
us.
pulling a sword, an invisible sword from space. It just elongates off of her hand. You see this blade materialize right in front, and she spins it, and she like jams it back, going for Maddie or going for Tabitha first. I'm gonna say she has disadvantage on this attack though, Maddie, because
And can I use my second chance? When a creature
yeah,
I can see
yeah.
hits me with an attack roll, I use my reaction to force that creature to re-roll.
Well, let's see, because she's at a disadvantage, so hold on that. Let's see what happens first. The first one's a 4, and the second one's an 18. So yeah, she misses, and she just, she's like, oh, she just can't find you. With this, though, that she has 2 attacks with this sword, so she misses that, and she just ignores you now, and Dagmara, you're standing in front of her, just brings the sword down at you. That's like a 25 to hit.
Can I cast my absorb elements again as a
If you have
reaction?
a spell slot, I believe you can.
I
you
do.
use-
I have a spell slot in my second level.
Yeah.
So I'll do
But it's a
absorb
reaction, right?
elements.
And have you used your reaction
Yeah.
this round?
on your
No, I don't think you have.
reaction.
Yeah,
It's a new round.
it's a new round. Yeah, you can do it.
Yep. So I'll do that.
Okay.
So halves it.
Okay, and she is going to fly up off the ground a little bit here too. Let me just roll my damage.
Oh, she's taking to the air again.
Gosh.
Okay.
Oh, how high up?
Why can I not focus on? Okay, there we go. I'm rolling the wrong die. Here we go. 1. I've rolled so many ones tonight on damage.
Thank God.
Thank God, yes. Or
12.
thank Goddess.
Thank God, ass.
17.
Wait, Judd, how much damage do I take?
You take
Just half?
21 points is the total, so just take
Half
10.
that.
Yeah, just take 10.
10.
And
Whee.
and then she's going to fly up. Tabitha, you are still on her.
Okay.
Oh shit.
She takes 2d8 booming blade damage for
Yep.
moving.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Shake some damage.
Go ahead and roll Seville.
9 points of thunder damage.
Ooh. So she takes off, and boom! This big sonic wave blasts all of you, and she's like, "Oh!" And she's like, it's like not even flying very well here, as this kind of avatar is looking around. That is her turn. Tabitha, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna use fast hands again to shimmy. My legs are on her shoulders. I'm gonna shimmy in front and then down her body to the point where I'm like giving her a bear hug. I'm gonna
Okay.
use my left hand to cover her eyes.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to kiss her with my mouth, and
Ew.
then while I'm kissing her, I'm going to use my rapier, which is still in my hand, to pierce her in the chest, going up towards her throat. Like a, oh!
I get all of that, but the kiss. Why the kiss?
I just felt like I needed, just in case she was gonna say like a spell with her mouth, to just like make it so that her mouth was busy.
Tabitha. No, this is good. You climb over her shoulders, and as she's reaching up to like stop you and pull you off, covering her eyes, you go in for that kiss and drive that dagger up under her chin. And you feel like all the tension, everything in her body just drains out of her. And suddenly you're falling as this thing is, the wings unfurl and she falls backwards. And when she hits the ground, she just turns into like feathers, and they kind of explode out.
She turned into feathers!
And the whole thing just vanishes.
All you had to do was kiss her. That was all.
Yeah, all you do is kiss her and it's over. No, that's not
Oh
true.
my God.
No, it's like, no, that's not true.
The angel into a frog.
Yeah.
Kiss of death.
And Tabitha, you do fall from like,
Kiss of death.
Yay.
yeah,
A while ago, I had readied snack to catch me if I fell.
That's true.
whatever. We'll say that snack catches you.
Okay.
Because why not?
Of course.
And
So did that
like
work?
as you fall, you fall through the air. Snack's like leaps up, wraps her mouth around you, but in that like way that cats and dogs can do without like hurting you, just holding you, and
Grabs you by the
lands and like kind of like sets you down, and you all look at each other as blood pumping in your brains from this battle and catching your breath.
We did it.
I can't believe that worked.
I rush in and initiate a group celebration.
We
And-
all kiss
just
each other
dance.
because it's
We're
just-
like-
that's what we're called.
I'm just like, yes.
Oh my god.
We are the kiss.
Why
The
did
kiss.
that work?
We're kiss.
Probably
kiss.
group hug. I would imagine a
kiss.
group hug for this one.
Yes.
We are kiss.
Well, I
Otto,
didn't
I'm
want
gonna
to
say you-
hug because you guys are just weird sometimes. Who knows? My feet could start getting rough. So I just come in, offer some dap, some fist bump, some. And she reappears. I see.
Yes, she reappears.
Sibyl's like, what
Well, I
the
take
what's
it
going on?
we have
I have gone
proven
around and kissed
ourselves.
everyone because that worked.
Okay,
I love
you've
it.
All right.
All right.
Foxy just goes
we-
and gives the smooches.
We have proven ourselves. I take it.
Very well done, all of you. And she moves her hand, and you see this sword appears spiraling slow or circling or no, sorry, what's the word? Rotating slowly in the air in front of her. And as you all look on this sight and see this amazing, beautiful silver sword, you can see that there are the guard are these wings that kind of scoop forward on the blade. And there's no gold on this, even though she's got a lot of gold on. But it's this beautiful silver blade, and it actually has a glow of an energy to it. And as your eyes all lock on that, we're gonna leave it here tonight because we're way over. But I had to finish that. Yeah, well done, you all.
So tired. That was exhausting.
That was a tough battle.
That was. The rolls. My gosh.
Yes, my God.
Cool.
So, this whole combat thing, I still think it's dope. And I think if I hadn't had that, it would have been a much
more time.
you would have been in a lot more trouble because this thing has all kind of, I stacked it with enough abilities because it was a trial. You all did really well. I love the tactics.
Crush this shit.
And thank you to everybody out there, all of you out there. I know we saw a whole bunch of follows. I don't know if we made 800, but we certainly got a bunch of followers so we can make a donation to Extra Life. Next week we are doing a holiday one-shot. We're also going to be doing a special promotion for Extra Life on that one-shot as well. Again, it supports kids, so thank you, every single one of you. We love you. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Be safe, you all.
Don't forget Numenera on Wednesday.
Numenera next Wednesday.
Yes,
sorry.
Numenera is happening.
I forgot it was next week. Okay.
Happy holidays. Happy.
We got time for holidays. I'm so tired. I can't even see the end of the stream. Here it is. Okay. Bye. Totally forgot the giveaways. Hold on. Ashley's sending me 5,000 messages. Sorry, everyone. Yes, giveaway.
And we're back.
Can you tell? Brain is scattered. Okay.
It's almost like this would have been the ultimate cutting us off on time to not let us do what we're supposed to do.
You don't even get a giveaway. Sorry. Bye.
Yeah. That just I think it was a sign.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
And we're gone.
Except it's a sign of how well it works. Yes. All right.
Okay.
So, Moon Boots, if you missed it, I think you can throw it in right now. And Ashley, tell me in 5 seconds who won. So if you haven't, enter Moon Boots one time into chat.
5 seconds.
It's.
And then shoot me a winner.
Moon Bits. It's Moon Bits.
That's Moon Boots.
For those who don't know.
Moon Boots.
Moon
One word.
Bits.
One word. Moon Boots. One word.
Boots. Moon Boots.
Okay. Lord Coyote 2000. Congratulations.
Lord Coyote 2000.
Lord Coyote of the 2000s.
Lord Coyote 2000 sounds like the final boss on a Mortal Kombat spin-off.
Finish him.
It's like,
Yeah,
you will face Lord Coyote.
Lord Coyote.
I love it.
I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, congratulations. Look at that. We ended, we came back, you win. Yeah, so we'll reach out to us so we can get you that Role Players merch, and congratulations. More giveaways next week. I'm gonna make sure that she's not telling me that I'm missing anything else. Nope. Okay. So we will carry this over. Look at Numenera. We hit it on Numenera. We can also do a big giveaway then. We love you guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Be nice to people.
Yes.
Let's
be nice
look
to
out
people.
for each other, peeps.